ready? Let me get this camera set up. What's up, guys? With the comments. Is anybody here? Just Dave. There's old Kyle right there.
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man?
All right.
Oh, man. Had a rather
bigified,
non-productive day. You don't like being bigified?
There we go. I fixed it.
Okay. Well, I did that on purpose, but I mean, it don't have to be that way. I don't care.
There we go.
I think John. Now put it back. I think John's going to join us in a little bit anyway, so it'll switch then. Anyhow, just said, Stevie, what's up, buddy?
What's up, everyone? Bog, Marco, Bloomy, Pretty Fly. Haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah.
Stovey.
Papa Rhino, what's up, man?
Yep. How we doing, guys?
I'm going to cover this several times within the next hour, guys. I didn't get a whole lot of entries into this raffle. It did well financially, considering it was just a handful of people. But if you did try to enter, whether you sent me a screenshot of the receipt or not, or if you want to do it right now, what I'm getting at is Kyle will post a list of the entries. It's only like 5 people, I think.
6.
So if you entered and you don't see your name on there, please let me know. I don't want anybody left out of the drawing. I tried to check my spam messages, but if you have ever checked your spam messages, you know what a pain in the ass that is, because it's just mine's slap full of garbage. So, yeah, I mean, it increases the odds for the guys that are there, and I'm not complaining at all about the amount of money. It was really, 3 or 4 people that gave very graciously. So, yeah. I'll have Kyle put it up in a minute, and, make sure to check that. If you did enter, let me know. I don't want anybody being left out. Because right now, all I've got are Said Stevie, Ryan Ellis.
Here, I'll just show it.
Yeah, go ahead and show it.
There, almost scroll to the top. So there's Ellis, Meathead, Bugsy, Stevie, Ron Crow, and Bobo.
Yeah. So if you donated to Bluminati's GoFundMe within the last 2 weeks, because it's been 2 weeks since I announced it, whether you forgot to send me a screenshot of the donation or didn't understand the rules, or you did send it and your name wasn't on the list, let us know, because at 10 o'clock we're going to draw, and I don't want anybody left out that did participate. So don't want that happening. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, guys?
I thought it was cool. Did you watch Zach Stuff today?
Do I know?
Did you watch Zach Stuff's live stream today?
I did not. I was pretty busy all day today.
I got you. He was out for National Knife Day at some. I apologize. I don't remember the name of the place he went to, but they had a little gathering for National Knife Day, and William Henry was there. They had a table set up.
Really?
We know where else he was.
Where else was he?
That was at the Portland. Was it Portland Knife Co. or whatever that place was?
Right.
That Sean Houston, Big Brown Bear, was there doing the sharpening contest.
Right. Who won it?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
I tried to watch it, man, and his apparently his Wi-Fi or whatever wasn't doing great. It just kept freezing on me, and it annoyed me, so I couldn't watch it anymore. Yeah.
So this was a live?
Shane.
Bluminati just said there's 2. They didn't message me, but you'll probably know better than I have. I would, because you actually saw the donations. So are you saying an entry for each, or 2 entries for each of those people?
Bloomy, just send me screenshots on Instagram real quick, and I'll add them in the list.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can just send a screenshot of the last 2 weeks of donations. Yeah, that'll work. Because it's been exactly 2 weeks since I announced it. Needs one by default.
He wasn't even there, Javon. Shut up.
Ryan, I don't know if you saw my Instagram today, but a couple of bammers got their kitchen knives. Those are the two I told you about that I made in Magna Cut for Bama Knife Guy.
Oh, did they show up already?
Yeah, they've got theirs. I ran out of time.
I know, but I'm saying I didn't know if they actually got them.
Because of my irresponsible and untimely laser engraving guy. I was supposed to have them laser engraved and ship them to Kyle, and then I checked the date, and I had 7 days. So I sharpened them the best I could and let Lee know. Lee, of course, put a better edge on them, which they did need. But yeah, I had to get them shipped out. He got them in time for his birthday. Was really happy with them, and yeah.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah.
And still, if
I don't know what
if his son wants a touch up, let me know.
All right. I don't know. I think I broke my glasses, guys. I don't think I have my.
Those tortoiseshell ones.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite ones. I love seeing those on you.
Which ones?
The tortoiseshell or the turtle shell.
No, those are the ones that are at the shop. Those belong to Meathead. I had some black ones here, but I stepped on them the other day, and luckily they're really cheap made, so they just kind of flew into pieces. Nothing broke and cut me. But see, I don't have my reading glasses. I probably have some tinted ones up here. Y'all can make fun of me for like we do John. Let me see.
You can all wear sunglasses again.
Well, they are sunglasses, but they're tinted reading glasses. So at least I can read with them on.
Anything's better than those blue blockers at Javon's.
Well, that's kind of what these are, but
Did they come free with 6 pairs of pants?
Let's see.
I never got those damn pants, Carl.
What's up, John? Marco?
That Instagram company just straight up ripped me off, dude. Took my $28 and ran.
Illuminati. What's up, guys?
I found a pair, but they are tinted.
He looks like the thug life. That's thug life means.
Yeah. I can read now, though.
All right, Shane, go ahead and talk. I'm behind the scenes adding people, so give me a second.
Okay, that's cool. I had one other announcement to make. I have a kitchen knife, but it's not a Santoku. It's an actual K-tip. So it's a 12-inch big kitchen knife available. A local guy bought it. He didn't buy it. He claimed it. And then he got hurt on the job, and so his money's a little tight, so he hasn't been able to pick it up. And he told me, he's like, look, man, it might be a few weeks, so go ahead and sell that one if you need to. Shane looks like a trailer park Morbius. Let me see if I can find that knife. And these things are so tinted, like I can't even hardly see to get around when I'm not staring at the screen. Let me go grab that knife so I can show y'all which one it is.
So what's everybody in the chat been up to today? Kyle, what you been doing?
Today was not much of anything. Today was kind of a lazy day.
I had one of those yesterday, man. I actually I took an actual real off day yesterday.
Good for you. You need to.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I hung around the house for a while. I got the old RX-7 out. I drove it around Trussville for about an hour.
Oh, I didn't know you had
Y'all keep talking.
radio.
I'm pretty sure I took it out to my truck, so it won't be a minute.
Shane.
Yeah.
Tell Amber to calm down.
I will.
Yeah, Kyle. I've got a 84.
Amber and Katie both have those therapeutic masks on in the living room. I thought I should have brought my camera.
But yeah, I've got an 84 RX-7 that it was my cousin's, and he passed away. But it's all original. Well, he put an exhaust on it, but it's still got the rotary motor in it. And anyway, so when he passed, I wasn't in a spot where I could take care of it. I didn't have a place to keep it or anything. So his sister, a couple of years later, ended up selling it against everybody's wishes. But anyway, when I got to the point where I was able to take care of it and stuff, I tracked it down. It took me about a year. I tracked it down, and it ended up only being a few miles away from me. So I went and picked it up, and thank God he hadn't done anything with it either. It was still sitting just like Kyle left it. So,
Dude, those old rotaries are so fun.
let me tell you something. It's not fast, but it is so
You can
much.
wind them out though, and just are fun. I mean, they sound great.
Yeah, it sounds like a Formula One car. And man, you'll be going 30 miles an hour, but you feel like you're doing 150.
Right.
It's so small. You're sitting down on the ground so low.
Well,
It's just
you can get them quick though, but
yeah.
I had some buddies that really worked on them.
Oh man, you can actually pour a lot of power out of those motors.
Yeah.
You know.
What are those motors called?
They're rotary motors.
Yeah, but there's another name for it.
That's
I
all I
think it
know.
starts with W. Come on, somebody in the chat help me out. What is it they call those rotary engines? I keep wanting to think Weeble or there's a word.
I've only ever called them, or I've only ever heard them called rotaries. I didn't know.
Yeah,
which I was never a really big import guy either. So,
are you familiar with Adam LZ?
No.
Used to be a BMX guy, but then he turned into like drifting and racing.
Oh, really?
He's got a quad rotary set up.
Really?
Yeah.
Kind of like got 4 rotors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I've seen some of those that are wild. Man, they can get 1,000 horsepower easy out of.
Oh yeah, he's pushing way more than that. It's insane. Yeah, Rob Dahm had some as well too. He had done some crazy stuff with the rotary.
Yeah, I don't know too awful much about it. And the thing about this is he was actually wanting to put an LS in this. And I mean, the thing barely weighs 2,000 pounds.
Jeffrey Dawson said it, Wankle.
You're a wankle.
But
what's up, Meathead? What's up, Dawson?
The thing is in such good condition. I don't really want to cut it up. You know, it's only got. I thought it had 130 on it, but when I got in there the other day, it's 113,000 miles on it. And the
How do you fit an RX-7?
Do what?
How do you fit in an RX-7?
Believe it or not, with that seat all the way back, I fit in there comfortably. I actually have to scoot it up a little bit to work clutch.
Well, I can fit in a lot of cars once I get in. My upper body's so big, I struggle to.
You didn't fit in that Uber. You didn't fit in that Uber over in Atlanta very well.
I tell you one of the worst seating positions ever is a Porsche Boxster. That thing
I've never been in one.
That thing is like a sardine can.
Well, they're made for those tiny little Eastern European people.
You know, though, I think like Porsche they're just like a fire hazard, man.
Why? I've never seen that.
Well, I mean, think about everybody that's been like most people that have had wrecks in those things and died. It was due to the fire.
That's just that one model. That's super fast one, yeah. Ferraris are more.
You're talking about the Carrera GT. That was the one that Paul Walker died in.
Yeah.
That was basically that one and the GT2 RS are basically called the Widowmakers because they're so hard to handle.
They had to see me in a Miata and one of those Mitsubishi mini trucks too. But here it is, guys. This is a full-size K-tip, 12 inches long, so probably close to 8 inches of blade. It's got the blue and black layered G10 handles.
I like those handles, man.
So the great thing about G10 is just how tough it is, dude. It's not going to soak up food oils and tarnish the color. And this texturing is very shallow. I didn't want it too aggressive. Apparently, I did it too aggressive on Papa Rhino's. He's still mad at me about it. But they're not slick, but they're smooth. And I don't know if I've got a way to show it off. Man, it's weird. I can see Goody seeing these reading glasses, but they're so dark. It's also got translucent pins.
Nice.
But
do they have liners?
This is available. No, I didn't do liners on this one because it's layered. The light's not showing up very well, but man, that's too much light. It's black and blue anyway.
I like that. That's Ellis Industrial colors.
Did a really good job on it. This one's for sale. This is not the one I'm giving away. Because I can't read my head. I don't know. Maybe I'm better off without them. They're so dark, I can't see anything but the screen.
It'd be a
So
good.
this is available right now if anybody's wanting to purchase a kitchen knife. This is a little bigger than the Santoku. The Santoku we're giving away, I want to be very clear about this, is not finished yet. And the reason why, it's heat treated, it's ready to grind and put handles on. But I wanted to get with the winner to try to get an idea for the style of the handles they wanted. And guys, I did this one myself. I haven't sent this one to Kyle. I will send it to Kyle if you want me to, but I'm telling you, man, this thing is absolutely shaving sharp.
Shane thinks it's as good as me now.
A big wad of hair just went drifting down right there. No, I think I just got lucky, Kyle, and the geometry is so good.
Well,
that it
that
doesn't have much choice but to cut it. So
that blade is definitely ruined now with Shane DNA all over it.
yeah, you can see how thin she is. It's got just a little bend to it, but that high in HRC, it's not going to be as flexible as like a cheap Walmart kitchen knife. But and I'll be honest, guys, I can use the money. I need to order some belts. I was planning to order belts when he paid me for this, so I'm still waiting. So now Kyle didn't sharpen this one. I was saying I feel like I got fortunate. I got this one as sharp as I did. But it's available right now if somebody wants it. If you still want Kyle to make it the edge even better, that just means it'll be a week or so longer before you get it. But I can ship that out tomorrow if anybody's interested. But back to the giveaway knife. It's slightly shorter than that. It's a Santoku style. But I'll get it ground and kind of, I was hoping the winner could kind of give some input on the handle material they wanted. So there's that. And again, let's post that listing. And if anybody's in here that entered and you don't see your name, let Kyle know. Can you pop that up there, Kyle?
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to grab it.
All right. Sorry about that, Jeffrey.
I don't think
they'll ever get enough wind in that 12 rotor. I mean, with a turbo or a supercharger, you can get all kind of wind in it.
You talking about rotor motors?
Yeah.
There we go. Go to the top. Ellis, Bugsy, Meathead, Stevie, Ron Crow, Bobo, Mopati, and Frederick G.
There you go. Yeah. You know, really the rotary engine, in all actuality, the rotary engine is a far superior design. Far superior.
I think if they spent some time on research and development on that, I think it could, especially like with fuel efficiency, power.
I mean, they trusted it enough to put it on helicopters.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that you don't have cylinder heads or valves to move, there's just so much less to wear out. But yeah, I mean,
and they're so easy to work on.
Yeah,
like,
you know, you tear it down.
The apex seals. I mean, everything's just so easy.
Yeah, you pull that whole rotor off, and I mean, you have to replace what would essentially be the piston rings, but it's the seals.
Yeah, the apex seals.
Yeah, the apex seals, but.
And you know,
they just didn't catch on, man. But it's a far superior engine. Now I don't know if they work, how well they'd work in like a pickup truck as far as low end torque. Because to get the torque up, you got to get the horsepower up and the revs up. So I don't think they have that low end grunt like a
yeah. They don't have any power at low RPMs whatsoever.
Yeah,
like once you get moving, 2 turns into 0 on your RPMs. You want your RPMs to be above 2. At all times, you know. But you wind those things out. They love high RPM, and they go.
And what's great about it is if you want a 8-cylinder, 12-cylinder, 20-cylinder, you just keep bolting them together. You just got a custom built an intake and exhaust to bolt up to it.
Yeah, those things live between 4 and 6K.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you think about it, it's basically the same principle. It's an NA version of a turbo. It's a turbine. That's the way it spins it.
But yeah, you can port those things easy with a Dremel and add a good bit of horsepower.
Yeah. I remember you were talking about a car that when people talk about cars and they say they feel fast, one of the most impressive cars I ever drove. Meathead remembers that we had to do a bunch of electrical work to this red Nissan 350Z, and driving that thing, you think it's the fastest thing you've ever driven.
Yeah.
Just the response, it feels incredibly fast, but like Meathead could stand outside and watch me take off in it and be like, man, that thing's not even all that quick. Because it's really not all that quick. But when you're driving it, you feel like you're driving a 500 horsepower beast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you two other ones that were like that for me. One actually was pretty quick, but it was a Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX that was turboed, the all-wheel drive version.
No, those are quick though. Way quicker than the 350Z.
It's quick for what it is, but it's not super fast. You know what I mean? But it handles so well. And the other one was one of the best cars ever made that they discontinued way too early. Was the Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4.
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I test drove one brand new.
God, those things are awesome.
And I still think you're not we're not on the same topic because that car's fast as hell.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. In its day, it was one of the fastest production cars ever made.
What car is this again?
The
I was reading
the 3000 GT plus or
VR4.
The VR4.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It was the fastest production car in the world the year that it was made.
I don't know about that.
I looked it up. It was the fastest production car
the twin turbo
in the
was
world.
really fast, but I don't think it was the fastest production car.
Production. So it didn't count as far as like versus Ferraris and Lamborghinis. It was faster than most Porsches. That car was a monster. I know about cars that feel that way, but they're not really there.
Another one,
the Subaru BRZ or whatever it is, that car is made to feel like it's really fast. It's made to lose traction, so to drift, but it's not really all that fast a car.
Another one was in the 90s was the Volkswagen Corrado.
Yeah.
It was quick, but it for its time it was quick, but it was not that fast overall.
Yeah, the VR4 had just surpassed the Turbo Supra for the fastest production car. I used to keep up with all that. I love that shit. But yeah, like 1990, you couldn't buy anything that outrun a VR4. Now, compared to nowadays, it'd probably just be average.
I mean,
maybe I'm forgetting the age gap here, Kyle. How old were you in 1990?
Not very old.
Right.
The thing though, and so like early 90s, you still had I was more like 94. I was gonna say you still had the Vet ZR1s with the aluminum block heads. Yeah. Those were nasty.
You know, Mercury Marine worked on that car with them.
Yeah. So Yamaha designed the intake system for the Ford SHOs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they just took a Ford V6 engine that was the same engine that come in all the other Tauruses and just put a better.
I'll tell you what's funny is now like your V6 Mustangs have more horsepower than the GTs in the mid-90s.
Absolutely, they.
Yeah.
There's a guy running around town right now in a Fox body.
Oh God, I love a Fox body.
And I pulled up to the gas station. I was on the phone with Kyle actually. I pulled up to the gas station, and when my LED headlights hit it, if you come in at a 45 with LED headlights down the side of a car, it's very revealing. If there's anything wrong, it stands out. And I'm telling you, that was the slickest body work and paint I'd ever seen. Then when I get out and talk to him, it was factory. Car's never been painted. But it's probably the nicest Fox body I've ever.
The price of those things have shot up too. They've done got popular.
He turned down $30,000 for it.
Yeah,
and it's still it's all bone stock under the hood.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. You know, and those are more cars like we were talking about. They weren't very fast, but they were stupid quick, and they had that 4-link suspension that they handle anything.
They were
But
just fun to drive. I'll tell
they
you,
were very fun to drive.
you want to hear a crazy story, Shane? So like 99 through like '01, and the '02 was the last year that they did that body style. The Integra,
Mhm.
they did the Type R.
On 2 of them.
Yeah. So I had I worked at the Acura shop, and we had the
It flat smoke a Mustang GT from red light to red light.
oh hell yeah, the Integra Type R is phenomenal, but more so the handling on them was crazy. But
I've
you know
never
what?
been. I'm scared. I don't like when I lose traction. Like if I ever feel like I'm out of control, I freak out. So I've never been into handling because I'm too scared to get a car loose.
To me, that was probably the best front wheel drive sports car ever made.
Yeah.
Um, so, anyways, the Integra Type R's. Do you know what they're going for nowadays? Shut up, Stevie. Those were like stickered like 2000 2001. Those were stickered for like mid to high 20s, like 28, somewhere around there. They're going for close to 100 grand now, Shane. A clean line one.
Yeah.
I just lost.
The story behind this car Meathead's talking about, this Conquest Turbo. I can't tell it tonight, but yeah, some really good times were had because of that car. We took that thing to auction and sold it and headed straight to the Platinum Club afterwards.
100 grand for a Integra Type R is crazier than a man not changing his own headlights.
Do what now?
I said an Integra Type R for 100 grand is crazier than a man not changing his own headlights.
You're correct. Well, not today. It's not. But you have to take the whole front clip off cars to change the front.
Okay. To get a new car because of that.
Spend every dime and run. Dude, I loved that sweater. That was my favorite sweater. And it had to go in the garbage after that night.
I'm just waiting for Stevie to hop on and kick me off of here.
What was so mean was the way she grabbed my sweater and cleaned my stomach with it and then looked at me and said, "Go clean yourself up," walked off. I was like, "You bitch. Ruined that thing." Oh, man. Man, how life comes full circle. Because if I could tell all that story publicly, like it all just came full circle within the last 90 days. But anyway, sound like a bag of chips in 30 minutes. Oh, wait. Well, I got in trouble over that one. On the way home from said strip club, we were all making up the stories we were going to tell our significant others. Everybody agreed on the same story. We get home, I tell the story. All those assholes broke down and told the truth. Yeah.
Here's a little pole dancer.
That's right.
What's
Again,
up,
Kitchen
Jay?
What's up, guys?
available right now, 150 shipped. And I just realized it probably does need to go to Kyle. It's not quite as sharp out here. Actually, it feels pretty dull. It's razor sharp right here, but it's pretty dull.
Why would it be dull to tip?
Because I did it. And I didn't concentrate enough out here, I guess.
I was looking
But
for the
from
answer.
here-
You fessed up to it. That's my trouble spot. Is
From
the
here
tip.
to here, it is shaving sharp, but I'm telling you, it's like spine of the knife dull out here.
Yeah, I can get the shaft sharp. My shaft sharp, but my tip's always trouble spot. Should be the other way
we will need
around.
to
You
go
do
to
a lot
Kyle.
with that shaft, can't you?
Yeah, it should be the other way around.
So somebody buy this so I can order some belts.
There's not enough differential between your tip and shaft, Javon.
You would be surprised. They called me
Yeah.
Little LeBron in middle school. Watch it.
Come to think of it, guys, that story is even more full circle because that's the night Meathead cut the headliner out of my Z28 because it was sagging, touching his bald head. He cut it out with a cold steel GI Tonto. And it did it so quick and so clean. I was like, what is that? I'd never heard of cold steel. That knife is the knife that got me interested in better knives. Like I didn't realize that there were levels to knife making back then. And after watching him just go, and my headliner just failed, he threw it out the window.
How long ago was this story?
Oh man, this was at least 25 years ago, if not 30.
And what kind of cold steel is it? A fixie or a folder?
I think it was like a GI Tanto. I think it's like the one I've got because I bought that knife because of what I remembered Meathead doing. Keep in mind, I hadn't known Meathead this long, nor did he ask permission to cut my headliner out because it was not sagging. It was just sagging in the very back in one corner, so it could have been fixed. But he just reaches up and cuts the whole headliner out without asking my permission.
How does he go the next 30 years in downgraded knives?
He's always had his cold steel. He's just, I don't think he's no. He was the first person I ever knew that owned a Spyderco.
Yeah, I thought you said he always had bad knives.
Well, after the Spyderco, it seemed like he just started carrying junk after that. So I gave him a cold steel Code 4, but he says it's too heavy to carry. I told him to put it in his wife's purse. But
You know what you need? The Airlight Tanto. The best, either 38, it's either 38 or a $78 knife. I can't remember which. Hold on. I'm gonna show
I want that damn that AD10 Tonto so bad I can't stand it, but I don't have the money to buy it right now. $60 for S35 VN Tanto AD10 or 70, whatever it is.
Deal.
Yeah, man, that's an awesome deal. And I just know when I get the money, it's going to be gone. I don't need it. I've got plenty of knives, but I've wanted that knife ever since they announced the AD10 Tonto.
The Airlight.
How does Meathead complain about an extra 5 ounces to carry around his pocket?
I don't get it, man.
Is he afraid he's going to push 275 on the scale with an extra 5 ounces?
Hell, his boots weigh 100 pounds.
I was wrong. $61.
I don't know why he's so picky about the weight of that knife. I'm gonna assume because I gave it to him, it means a lot to him. He's afraid to lose it or mess it up. We'll go with that.
Now we need to look at what.
What's up, Scooter? What's up, Cliff Palmer?
We need to look at what they sell for it.
They were over $100 when they came out.
This knife right here, I had one. It was sent to me and it was given away. Sent to me and it was given away by a user. This knife that I'm sharing. It is an excellent knife. They've also got a drop point. It's thin. I mean, if Meathead says the Code 4 is too heavy,
yeah.
This knife right here is a lockback, and it is awesome.
Well, he wouldn't spend the money on a good knife, so he wanted a recommendation on a cheap knife, and I got him to get a Migueron Valona, and that knife is held up better than any budget knife he's ever had. Like, he's broke several CJRDs, but that Valona has really done a good job for him.
It's a great budget knife for a big knife.
Yeah. Yeah, but that one you showed, John, that's HCR, isn't it?
It's 10A. Yeah, it's 10A.
I don't mind Coast Steel's 10A at all.
Yeah, that's why it's a 61. I don't know. Let's see what Midway has it for. Now, if you're not, I think I would rather have the Tonto 8010 for the price. But if Meathead was saying that Code 4 was too heavy, that's why I pulled that Airlight out of my ass.
Right.
But it's a great knife. Yeah. I've wanted to replace it. Let's see,
yeah. It's just the whole fact that Meathead said something was too heavy kind of bewildered me. Yeah. I used to buy Meathead Christmas presents every year. And I always look for the most destructive thing I could find. Like I bought him a demolition bar one year. Disgusting. What is?
I got crap all over that. Looks like one of your knives.
Yeah, it does.
Is that from cutting or is that from sharpening?
No, that's tape residue and junk.
That's what mine looked like after sharpening. Well, I'm doing something wrong.
I'm gonna bite my tongue on that.
I was really shocked. Last time I checked Meathead's Valona, it actually still had an edge on it. It wasn't razor sharp, But it was way sharper than I expected it to be. That's what I figured meathead. That makes me feel better. Yeah.
Oh, look at Meathead being all sentimental.
Yeah, the story behind that knife too, dude, and how I purchased. It was my very first online purchase from a stranger, and it went every way possible. Something that could go wrong. I sent him the money. I literally downloaded PayPal just to be able to buy that knife. I'd never used PayPal. I sent him the money, and then he ghosted me for 2 weeks, and finally reached out to me because I sent him the money. He was at the bar when he got the money and proceeded to get hammered drunk off the money I sent him and ended up going to jail. And as soon as he got out of jail, yeah, he sent me the knife. And dude, we still talk from time to time. Like, he would just reach out and be like, hey, man, I ain't got no good excuse, but you got $50 tomorrow? I'm like, sure. So I'd send him the money because I kept waiting. I kept thinking, eventually he's going to fuck me. Eventually I'm not going to get my money. But that never happened. He from that day forward, complete stranger, I'd loan him money on the internet, and he always paid me back just like he said he would. He cut me some good deals on other knives I bought from him. But, yeah, it was amazing that it worked out that way. But he never did me wrong. I ain't going to mention his name. Y'all would. Well, some of y'all might be in some knife groups he's in.
Hey, Ryan.
What's up, big dog?
Mannix is on washers, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I mean, why is my action fucked up?
I've never seen a Mannix with bad action.
Me neither. Well, I think I might just have it too tight.
You must have.
Now, I had mine does every once in a while. I get a little bit of gunk around the ball.
What was it doing in your? I don't know what Jim Cox is talking about.
But yeah, check right there around your ball. See if you don't have any pocket lint or something in there. Mine gets some in there sometimes, and it'll gunk up.
I hate lint on my balls. That drives me nuts.
Me too. Lint on the balls is a fucking no-win situation.
You know what's worse than that?
What?
Cheese in your pair 3 pivot.
I did have cheese in my pair 3 pivot, which still doesn't make any sense. I literally
that thing was disgusting.
Pushed it through a 1-inch wide block of cheese, wiped it off, and closed it. And the action was stiff from that point forward until Kyle took it apart, and there was cheese in there.
There was way more cheese in there. There was way more cheese in there. But yes.
Oh, okay, Jim.
That was a good chunk.
Yeah. I just don't understand how the cheese got in there. It wasn't like I was spreading cheese whiz with it. It was actual Kraft, the rectangular blocks of cheddar. How did it get in the pivot? I don't understand.
I may have to do a video and take this bitch apart.
Stevie, if the Mannix 3 is not everything you built it up to be, I'm going to be extremely upset.
What is the Mannix 3 going to be?
I think it's all bullshit, dude.
You think he's just trolling you?
Cheeto started trolling me, and then Stevie told me that he
I ain't heard shit about that. Not that I would. I'm out of the
Stevie told me that Casey Lynch told him that the Mannix 3 was coming from Spyderco, and I assumed he was in on that with Cheeto, but Cheeto's not sure if Stevie's full of shit or not. So nobody knows. I would have think, Spyderco's usually big on posting, the what's coming this year.
Spy alert. I'm Googling it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Mannix 3.
Spyderco Mannix 3. There may be. It'll be on these forums. Mannix 3.
Yeah. I thought it was good looking when I saw it.
You didn't see it.
I saw a preview.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Anyone else want a Mannix 3 was posted over a year ago on Reddit. Spyderco Mannix 3 to match the
info from Reddit. That's a good idea.
But what would they change to make it better unless they made a smaller one?
Well, this guy said in the Spyderco forum on August 22nd, 2017, he thought it'd be great if they made one with a
smock.
No, he actually to match the pair 3, so a compression lock. And then there's like 1,000 people saying, "Oh, this would be better. Lightweight Mannix with a 3-inch blade, dream knife."
I think before they come out with the Manix 3, because there's nothing to improve, all you could do is change the size. I think the Sage 5 with a ball lock, so that would just be a smaller Manix. I think that would sell like hotcakes.
Well, that would be just a Manix 3.
Basically, yeah. Well, doesn't the Sage have a little more thumb wrap than the Manix? So it's a slightly different knife.
So the Smock Manix would be the Manix 6 then.
I don't have to say, I got the Chaparral.
Oh, shit. I wasn't paying attention. My damn. What the hell happened? Look at that shit.
Somebody didn't maintain their shit.
It's just been laying here.
What the hell?
Bro, you just got that, didn't you?
All you need, dude. All you need is a restoration. All you need, yeah.
Mad wax. Put your mad wax on it.
I get it with the rust. I hit mine pivot sometimes with the rust eraser.
No, that is definitely rust. This 121 has rusted sitting here on my nightstand.
We live in Alabama, dude. Not the
I know
doctor.
we've never had that happen before.
You don't live in a climate-controlled environment, though, Javon?
I do, yeah. I've got a dehumidifier that I run around my knives, so I'm keeping it around 51, 50.
I just pictured John walking around with a dehumidifier,
Sitting right over here.
around his knives.
No, it's about this big, and it's like for 800 square feet. And I've got it sitting right over to my left, and I turn it off before my strings.
I've never.
And I've got these things in all my knife cases, like a shitload of them.
Scooter, I like Rex 45 too, man.
I buy them on Amazon by the bag.
I've got all my knives sitting around my desk, and I've got K294, Rex 76.
And a Harsey?
This is a Harsey Plague Doctor. Dude, if you don't have one of these, you need to add this to your list. Not the Plague Doctor unless you like that, but you need to add a Spartan Harsey. Sorry, Kyle, go ahead.
No, I just got Maximin. I've got everything, and I don't have a dot of anything on them.
Dude, the way this is dotted up, I almost had to have spilled something on it and not known it. But I'm looking for my Mad Wax, and I don't know where it's at.
Well, if you can't get it off right away, Shane,
We'll get it off eventually.
I don't want to put it on the Scotch-Brite because you just sharpened it.
Well, throw it in the box that you're sending with the other stuff tomorrow, and I'll clean it up.
Ah, man, that pisses me off.
This needs a Chris Reeves grind.
Did yours even come with an edge?
Harsey 21.
Mine didn't come with an edge at all.
Mine did.
Mine.
This is the factory edge here. I mean, I don't know.
What's up, Crispy? Mr. Carr.
My little one's S45 and my big one's Magna Cut.
Mine's a Magna Cut, and it won't cut anything.
I mean, it's a thicker edge. It doesn't cut like my Spyderco's.
Well, I was correct. I definitely spilled something on it because with the wet cloth, it's coming off. However, even though it came off, because it sat on there, it did leave little patina marks on it.
You might be able to buff it.
See, man.
I'm going to rub that out.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think that's the problem started when you rubbed one out.
Yeah, you just keep
rubbing what I got on it.
A little C, man.
You just keep rubbing it out. You'll get it off eventually.
I can't hit the nightstand anymore at 54 years old.
Yeah, there you go. Todd and Crispy got good ideas. That'll work too.
I used to have stood across
Hi,
the room.
Carl. What's up, brother?
Yeah. I don't even see my darn. I was going to try that wax Ryan gave me. I don't know what I've done with it. What was that stuff called, Ryan, that you gave me?
It's, it's walrus wax.
Yeah.
Walrus oil or whatever.
I have misplaced all my blade treatment items.
It shows in your blades. You need to put your hands on some of that stuff.
Well, in all honesty, I'm not big on maintaining stuff like that. I mean, that's my fault. It's just that I know they were sitting right here, and now I can't find them anywhere.
What you got there, John?
My favorite Medford, the The Slim Meaty. I think I brought this one to Blade Show. Is that me?
Yeah, I think so. Because it just started randomly.
Come on.
I do have something I can open on camera though. Well, I won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm gonna have to find that wax and clean this thing
I'm
up.
staying muted for it to happen again so I can jump all down Kyle's shit because I think it's him.
Why would it be me?
Because you get the fuzzy wuzzies. Or it sounds, I know what it was. Sounds like Ryan's Sonic Cleaner. I'm blaming it on Ryan. I'm going back on mute so I can rule out myself from the chain.
Let's post the entry list one more time. This is your last time to make sure you're on it. If you entered and you don't see yourself, now's the time to speak up. So we got Ryan Ellis, Meathead, Bugsy, Stevie, Ron Crow, Bobo Schnoggins, Mo Patty, and Frederick G.
Correct.
If you entered for the giveaway of the kitchen knife and you're not one of those people I just named, speak now, forever hold your peace. Guess what I just opened, guys? I forgot about this package.
More Chinese flashlights?
Nope. And it's not cargo pants either. My handmade P&W Funworks
Oh, those are cool. I saw those.
top water poppers.
Those are really cool.
Yeah. I don't even know if I'll ever use them, to be honest with you. I might do a video just so I can prove they work. I just wanted them because I really like that. I like that dude, man. I like that dude a good bit, but I got 3 of them. They're all 3 a little different shaped.
Hey, Kyle, Scooter's asking, entered what?
So, for anyone in the chat who isn't aware, Shane is doing a kitchen knife that he's going to be taking proceeds and giving to Bluminati. And if you would like to enter, every $20 entered is 1 spot. And I will post the payment info.
Yeah, I'm not taking any funds. You have to
There
go
you
to
go.
Bluminati Ninjas
Right there, I just posted it.
Tornado Fund. If
And
you
then
donate $20 to that, you get an entry in the drawing that we're doing in 12 minutes.
And then send me a screenshot of it.
Yeah. And once again, if you weren't here, so it's the kitchen knife is not completely made yet. I did that on purpose so that the winner could kind of pick out, handle material that he wants. And so it's going to be a couple of weeks before you receive it. And this kitchen knife, if you don't win, is for sale. And I'd really like to sell it soon.
How much are you wanting for that one, Shane?
No, Ryan, you're not buying it just to be nice. It's $150.
No, I'm not. No,
It's $150.
That way they know.
As you can see, this is a full size chest knife. It's 12 inches overall.
That's blue and black, right?
Yeah,
It is blue and black.
I like that color.
Yeah.
I know somebody you probably could send that to.
Who's that?
Never mind.
Oh, KC?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't remember who it was that said it. I think it was Crispy Critter that said it. I will not let KC ruin the color blue for me. So, F that guy.
What's up with that? I like color, blue and black.
I do too. Every knife he made there for a while was blue, and people started saying, I won't even buy another blue knife because of KC, but I'm not letting that guy deprive me of my favorite color.
I like it.
Shane, what one was that in? Was that 14C?
Yeah, this one's 14C. Yeah.
That's a nice knife. I like that. And I like how you do your handles like that. I've always liked those. Yeah. I'm glad you started doing that.
Well, like I said, I did go over it on a Scotch-Brite wheel, so these bumps, they do provide a little traction, but they're not harsh at all, like, as you can see.
Illuminati, yes. I give that to you, buddy.
Yeah. Crispy, it can be yours, pal. Crispy, I got some information on your knife, by the way. let me explain this. When I reached out to Brian F about him doing some of my knife handles, I've learned a lot from this because I never considered placement of the hardware. But when I drill holes for pins, even this knife with the pin being right here, this knife is really close to not qualifying for hardware. The reason for that, I drilled all my holes with pins in mind. But with hardware in mind, you have to come in some because the head of the hardware, what I'm getting at is, Crispy, is the hole in your knife. If he were to put hardware in it, it would be so far forward that the head of the screw would be sticking out right here. So he didn't get to put handles on your knife, and it's completely my fault. I'd never thought about, making room for hardware. So hopefully I'll be getting it soon, and I'll get the handles put on and pinned, but it won't have the bolt-on hardware. But now I know that I need to pull my pinhole away from the ricasso a little bit, so there is room for hardware in the future. Nothing wrong with the knife. I just didn't, I didn't figure for that part. And it, some of the joke wolves, if y'all notice, the front screw is at least a quarter inch too far.
And what's the problem with that?
Have you seen Zoe Wolf's new?
Hang on, I can show you right now what the problem with that. I got one right here.
I just don't get it because I'm not seeing it personally.
I like Zoe Wolf's new fixie.
The Thug too.
Oh, yeah. So John, the head of the
I like it.
The head of the hardware is.
I'm trying to get Ben to send me one.
Look, the head of the hardware is twice as big as the hole that you drill. And I didn't think about that. So like this knife, you see how close it is to the ricasso? That's why there's no chamfer cut here.
Damn it, the recurve on that thing.
Yeah, this is the recurve Thug. This belongs to 5-door. It's going out Monday. If he had cut that chamfer in this, if he had cut the chamfer in this and Stevie's and several of the other ones, he would have cut into the screw, or the screw would have. It wouldn't be flush. And I didn't think about that.
Brian, I just answered you, bud.
I never had to think about that. Yeah, this was the recurve that I thought was ruined, and 5-doors said, no, I want it. So the only reason I haven't shipped it yet is because I'm about to ship his kitchen knife as well. So I'll be shipping both those out. Yeah, you're exactly right, Chris. It was a learning curve. So now I know when I get ready to drill my holes, I think about, well, what if they decide they want bolt-on hardware? So I move those holes in a little bit. Blue and black are my dojo colors. Yeah, I knew you liked blue and black, didn't I? Everybody knew that.
So you're going to get one of the new.
In all honesty, I bought that material. Or that handle material was actually bought for you. I bought this handle material when we were talking about making you a knife, and then, we all know what happened. And so, yeah, I had the handle material laying around already. But I love these translucent pins. I just wish they showed up better. Like, you have to have light behind them to see them. But when you do have light behind them, they look awesome. Or if you have it outside in the sun. And that's not just clear translucent, that's blue.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are they called? What's that material called?
The pin material?
Yeah, is it just stuff you pour in there, or is it?
It's just a translucent acrylic.
Acrylic, okay.
You see, when there's no light on it, it's blue.
Paul, it was vaporing. It's not smoke. I used to have to correct my ex-girlfriend who called me a smoker. I'm like, no, I'm a vapor. But thank you.
All right, guys, 5-minute warning. Here's the updated list. Starting at the top, we got Ellis, Meathead, Bugsy, Stevie, Ron Crow, Bobo, Mopati, Frederick, and Scooter.
Oh, Scooter entered. Thank you, Scooter. And I'm sure Bluminati thanks you.
So 5-minute countdown.
I'm kidding, Paul Mills. You know I'm joking with you, brother. I hope you do. It's the same thing. I'm getting popcorn lung, allegedly. But I will tell you, not to be a vape preacher, but I'm convinced it's so much safer than tobacco. Because when I was a smoker, I felt winded after I exercised skateboarding. Now I don't.
It 100% is safer. There's all the studies in the world to prove it too.
Yeah. But I mean, you hear this, I don't know if you watch Grim Green.
I've seen a bunch of studies where they're saying that it's killing people and
No, that's bullshit.
Your lungs don't heal back from it. But man, I don't believe anything on the internet.
That's complete bullshit because I'm living proof of it is.
I'm living proof too. That's the way I look at it. Because I know you probably felt the same way if you were a smoker, Kyle. You felt winded. You could feel yourself, you lose wind after walking for X amount of distance, and you don't do that anymore. Whatever it is, maybe it's a little longer.
Well, that and just taste and smell and everything else changes. And I mean, I've had scans and it's definitely has changed. So, yeah, that is complete nonsense from lobby packs.
I'm just saying, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
It's healthy.
No, I'm not saying
what I'm saying is, yeah, for someone who's not a smoker, I would not tell them to pick it up the habit. For someone who's a smoker, it 100% will save their life as far as long term.
It's good substitution therapy.
It is a cessation aid, is what it is.
Unless you want to commit to a lifetime of vaping, which I have personally.
But
I'm a flavor chaser.
I don't know what happened to our Sunday nights, but
everyone's down, man.
Yeah, man. I've the last several weeks. Well, I'll just say
I've been way down.
He's probably watching and will enjoy hearing this, but yeah, ever since Donnie quit joining me, my participation has been way lower. And maybe people just like the toxicity.
People like drama, dude. Drama sells.
Dude, I think it's summertime. People aren't watching stuff. Like, you look at all the channels, their numbers are down for the most part.
My numbers are down across the board.
Yeah.
And they always are in the summer. And towards the end of August is always the what would you call the pit of my participation graphs.
Blue, I don't want to continue this argument with Kyle because I hate arguing with Kyle, but when I was in the hospital for my chest surgery, I had a nurse tell me that they had an entire floor full of people with respiratory issues from vaping. So
that could have been when the bad cartridges were going around.
Could have been.
That's they had a rash of bad THC cartridges or bad THC cartridges that put a lot of people around Alabama and the Southeast in the hospital, maybe nationally, and they traced them to like one source.
My buddy Big Chap was in Panama City and bought a vape, not a pot vape, just a regular vape, and he was literally bedridden for like 2 weeks, and he didn't get well for like 3 months. So I don't know.
Some people, if you're allergic to propylene glycol, or however you pronounce that last word, there's a regular glycerin that you can get at vape shops that's not readily available in convenience stores. A lot of people are allergic to that propylene.
Here's another thing to remember: all that shit's made in China.
No, it's not.
If there's a corner they can cut, whether it's unhealthy or not, they're going to cut it. I say all. Kyle said it's not. The majority of what you buy in a convenience store is made in China.
Well, in the convenience store, I'd say 100% almost.
Yeah, like 100% of
what you go to the vape store, you can get locally sourced. You can't get locally sourced vapes. Maybe a Ryan if you get like a manual vape.
But I do agree with Kyle on this. I smoked for over 20 years. And when I went from smoking to vaping, the shortness of breath did go away fairly quickly. The hawking up the black stuff in the mornings, that went away. I did feel a lot better when I switched from smoking to vaping. I'm just saying, like he said, if you're not already addicted, don't touch it. Leave it alone.
That's what I'm saying. That is 100% America through and through. Every single piece of that hardware kit and the juice as well too. So,
I smoked for years, and I tried to vape, and I cannot vape.
It's different. I mean,
Bro,
I'm not going to say it.
as soon as that stuff hits my lungs, I about throw up every time.
Yeah, it's different. But so what people don't realize in an actual, so like in a juice, what are you showing?
His Instagram
That's
post.
Bama Knife Wife and her son on his birthday with their two, their two chef's knives that I made. Pretty cool actually seeing them in use. Look like they're cutting up looks like maybe a pork tenderloin.
Crispy Sal used to suck the ass out of Marlboro Lights. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
But a Camel was a good go-to second.
That was mine.
Camels?
Yeah. Turkish Silvers, 2 packs a day.
That was when got 2 packs of Marlboro Lights.
I never got over a pack a day, but I was a pack a day for 20-something years. That and my diet and all that stuff. So
Well, when I was in the business, I'd go out and I'd take like 2-3 hits and then I'd chunk it. So I would be wasting as much. And they weren't as expensive at this time when I was smoking back in 98.
And I don't know why I don't have the urge to smoke very often, but when I sit down at that table with Stevie in Atlanta, I have to smoke cigarettes with Stevie. I don't know why.
There's nothing wrong with being a social smoker.
No, I'm a little bit of a social smoker, but I don't smoke habitually.
There ain't no hate in that. I haven't craved it since I vaped.
Yeah, I haven't
I'd
either.
smoke one if I did.
It did make the quitting process, if you consider that quitting. But the transition was very easy and very quick. Like I legit just didn't smoke anymore.
See, my ex can't make the transition.
It is quitting because here's the thing. You're not taking in any of the tobacco. You're not taking in any of the carcinogens.
Right.
You're not taking in any of the chemicals from it.
Well, there's a chemical.
No, there's not.
Glycol.
That's not a chemical.
Propylene?
It's in every single food that you eat.
I understand that. Glycol is just sugar. It's sugar alcohol, but
so the 4 ingredients: vegetable glycerin,
right,
propylene glycol.
That's the one you got to ask for. The
is technically not all that a chemical?
Okay, technically all food's a chemical if you want to break it down into that.
That's what I was.
Yeah, I mean, if you go that far, yes. But my point is all 4 things that are involved in that are all things that you eat every day in all your food.
Hey, Richard.
Yeah, nicotine's in your food that you eat. People don't realize that.
Richard,
what's up, chocolate, right?
Yeah, but no, you're talking caffeine.
Caffeine.
I like looking at the nicotine studies all these health groups are doing, and realizing all the stuff that all the good things that nicotine do, but they can't talk about it because you're just not allowed to say nicotine good.
Illuminati, that if you look at the testing on it, the heating of the elements do not change until you get above the foreseeable limit of what anyone would ever potentially vape at. It's such a high level that it can't affect it. They tried doing that study and pushing that it was bad because at such high levels, but no one on earth ever vapes that hot. So it was a push.
Jim Cox, much respect, brother, because I hate the act of dipping now. And literally, if I'm awake, I have a dip in my mouth. Like,
Steve, have you ever tried Zens?
Throw one out, and I instantly have to put another one in.
Have you tried the Zens?
Just lay it down.
What's up, Richard?
I've got some Zens here.
They don't do it.
I'm okay as long as it's in my mouth, but then when I look at the price and the amount of time, shut up, Ryan. I look at how long they last,
in your mouth,
cost, and the fact that I'm not spending $10 a day to keep.
I didn't know they were more expensive than tobacco.
They're only slightly more expensive, but there's only 15 of them. They only last about 30 minutes, so
they burn me. I mean, when I put them in, they burn too much.
Oh, they burn like hell. Yeah.
So back when I was smoking, my favorites, I smoked Camels all the time, but my favorites were Dunhills or Davidoffs. But they were so expensive, I couldn't afford to do those all the time. Because
can you imagine how much money Quentin Tarantino could have made had he started the Red Apple Cigarette Company? Or if he had just signed a contract with some obscure cigarette company to put out Red Apples, dude, they would have made billions of dollars. Red Apple is the brand of cigarette that's in all Quentin Tarantino movies. Every movie he's made has a Red Apple reference in it somewhere, whether it be a billboard or whatever, or if they actually have cigarettes when they take them out, they're Red Apple. And I always thought that was a huge
fuck you to the industry, the product placement.
Yeah.
Isn't that why he did that? Because he wanted to give a fuck you to any product placement.
Right. Yeah. I was watching a thing here recently. This is off the subject, and we're almost late for the giveaway, but let me get this out and we'll do it. I was watching a thing recently. It was like an Easter egg thing about Silence of the Lambs. And I didn't know that at one point in time that Anthony Hopkins was married to Martha Stewart.
Me neither.
Martha Stewart divorced him, claimed that he was a great husband, but she could no longer look him in the eyes without seeing evil after he filmed Silence of the Lambs. Well, it affected her that much. And
He's a weird motherfucker, dude. You got to
my friends, is the epitome of a great actor.
Yeah.
The fact that his own wife couldn't look him in the eyes after that role and see the same person. Now, I watched the thing where they were interviewing Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster was never in his presence, couldn't even be around him, except when the camera was on, because she was so scared of him and he creeped her out so bad.
Those people get in character and stay in character while they're filming.
He didn't. That was the thing. She said, after they said cut,
Taco Bell.
he was cutting up with everybody on set, and everybody was, telling that was a good shoot. She said he was, but just from those few minutes of looking into his eyes and him staring at her like that, she was just scared to death of it.
Maybe he's really a psychopath.
Yeah.
And he just was able to channel.
He's one of the greatest of our time, there's no doubt. I think between him, Daniel Day-Lewis, and Denzel Washington.
What's Kevin Spacey's a great actor, regardless of his discretions.
Oh, yeah. He's an awesome
in terms of acting. I remember, what was it, Sosa? What was that movie?
Usual Suspects.
Yes.
Look, either you like him or you hate him, but you got to give him credit. Tom Hanks is a hell of an actor, too.
I don't think Hanks is as good as... the only reason why is I don't think Tom Hanks could be evil like Denzel Washington was in Training Day. I don't think Tom Hanks could pull that off. That's the only reason I think Denzel's better as far as dramatic, comedic.
And then you got to look at somebody else.
Hanks is a little bit of a hard sell in an action role, just because of the movies he's done. So I think Denzel is slightly more versatile than Tom Hanks.
Yeah. Heath Ledger, he was really good.
Yeah.
They said that Joker role really did him in.
Yeah, he got so into that role that it fucked up his head.
It was the Olsen sisters that did him in. He was doing drugs with the Olsen twins.
They were his connection, yeah.
Since we're at almost to our time, do you want to go ahead and do this, Shane?
Yeah. Yes, it's past time. Let's do the drawing, find out who wants this knife.
Last call. All right,
They can reach out to me and we'll get with what they want on handles and we'll get it made.
All right, so let me pull this up, show you. All right, we have a list of names that are randomized with numbers. Those are all here's your timestamp. Boom. Now we're going to go over to that. Let's see if that showed up did that change screens? No, it did not. So let me remove
You got to stop sharing and share again.
You ain't got to do all that. Let's prove it, Kyle. If they don't trust
me.
You.
That's all right. I got it.
Those are edge. Yeah, that's a TKL Guardian. And it's got 360-degree, 30-degree per side edges. You can see at the top where the spine stops and the sharp starts.
All right. So here is the number we're going to generate between 1 and what was my number? 32. And the winner is 9. So let's go over to
Congratulations, 9.
let's go over to that. Then we're going to switch.
9.
That's not what I want. There we go. Screen to the list randomizer. And here we go. Scroll up. Number 9 is
Bugsy.
Bugsy.
Very first man to enter won it. I hadn't seen him in here tonight. Here, I'll message him.
Congrats, Bugsy.
Congrats, Bugsy.
All right. And you are done, sir.
Who was the other guy you were going to mention, Ryan? You started to talk about somebody else. After you said Tom Hanks, and then
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Oh, yeah.
Probably some other bad actor.
You think Heath was a bad actor?
No, I think Tom Hanks is severely overrated.
Oh, he sold me when he did.
Like a box of chocolates.
I didn't even think Forrest Gump was his best role. I thought The Terminal was the best role he ever did.
I thought Castaway, he really got into that role.
You just want to see him hump that volleyball.
Well, I mean, that too.
Yeah, it made me want
to losing all the weight and everything like that. Like he sold that role.
What was who did Philadelphia? Tom Hanks. Yeah, that was a good role. He sold that, didn't he? Wasn't that that's probably Tom Hanks' best role. I didn't see the movie because it was depressing looking as fuck.
I'm not a big fan of him for some reason, but I mean, he's a good actor, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely Hollywood Illuminati. He's up there in the ranks. He's got a robe.
Congratulations, Bugsy.
Way to go, Bugsy.
Here.
Getting an edgy kitchen knife.
Is he here?
I don't know if he's here or not.
Okay. I messaged him.
In case he was here.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is probably the best actor of our generation.
What?
I'm kidding.
I can't stand Tom Cruise, but I've watched nearly all of his movies, and the man is a national treasure when it comes to acting. The stunt work he does and all that, you can't deny his refusal to age. All that's amazing. But as a person, I don't care for him at all. And
that's all science fiction.
And the fact that he runs a money-oriented cult, all that's uncool. There's Bugsy. I messaged him, told me one. Bugsy, you weren't here earlier, so I'll let you know. The kitchen knife is heat treated already, so I have to get it ground and get with me and let me know if you have a color preference on the handle.
Amen, Scooter.
What you trying to say?
Well, Tom Cruise was great. I was wondering if I'd get a reaction off that.
The gayest thing Javon's ever said.
I was hoping to top my gayest.
There's a lot too, Javon.
I mean, if I was an acting coach, I would probably refer to Tom Cruise's work quite a bit. But as a human being, I don't care for him.
It's hilarious. Find one movie a trailer of his that he's not running in. Every single trailer he runs in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it goes to the directors who make him look over 410.
Actually, him hanging off the side of that airplane and that mission. I mean, no other actor does that shit.
That's impressive stuff. Let's see. And he actually may look up to Javon.
Yeah, he's like 4'10". He's Dylan's size.
Oh, Tom Cruise is?
Yeah, he's tiny.
Tiny.
Yeah, man, he wears stacked shoes.
I
was really pissed off when I found out that guy.
Vein, so he adds like 4 inches to his shoes, and he still doesn't top 5 feet. So he's probably in all truth, he's probably like 4'6".
I didn't know he was short.
I don't know if he's 4'6". That might
he's probably close.
But I was really upset when I found out that the guy that plays in Peaky Blinders is only like 5'7".
Cillian
Murphy.
Yeah, the main character.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys.
Has to be 6'3".
No, a lot of actors are just all about angles of where they shoot or small.
Yeah, they have to have boxes for Tom Cruise to stand on when he's interacting with a female on camera.
Exactly.
Just
what was her name? Kelly McGillis.
Yeah.
Top Gun was a lot taller than him.
God, talk about aging. Have you seen the two pictures
God,
of them
dude,
side by side?
That's what being an angry lesbian will do to you. No offense to angry lesbians.
5'7".
Speaking of angry lesbians, show that picture.
Now, that may still be taller than John. How tall are you, John?
I'm about 5'7.5", so I think I've got him by half inch.
No offense to angry lesbians.
KGHEY. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I miss that show so much, man.
What?
Peaky Blinders.
I
Yeah,
I
Cillian Murphy. Cillian Murphy's the same height, 5'7". But
only
isn't
got through.
like the average height of the human male? It's only like 5'8" or 5'9".
So that's put out by his publicist on Google. You've got to at least subtract 2 inches from that. He's 5'5".
Well, on the Cillian Murphy thing, it said he's listed as 5'9", but it's rumored he's only 5'7".
And it doesn't say that under Tom
Have y'all
Cruise.
ever noticed
Scientologists are
Tom
scrubbing it.
Cruise, it says it's straight up 5'7".
Yeah, 'cause Scientologists are probably scrubbing that shit out. They're flooding the internet. If he dips under 5'7", they kind of got it like a Google Trends. They watch that shit probably.
Have y'all ever paid attention to Cillian Murphy looks like Matt Raff or whatever his name is?
Maybe a little
A
bit.
little bit, but
I think they look a lot alike.
Matt Rife now looks so bad. He looks like looks like Joan Rivers. He's got so much work done.
Yeah, he's addicted to plastic surgery.
Dude, he looks horrible.
Because the guy goes back to his insecurity and his weirdness.
Dude, I'm serious. He looks fake. He looks like plastic.
What the hell did he do?
Dude, I'm telling you, people get
He
out
had
there.
jaw implants.
Now, listen, Bugsy.
Go back and look at his old pictures before he was a good-looking TikTok comic. He had work done before he. Yeah, oh yeah, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, his teeth used to have a gap between everything.
And he didn't have the cheekbone.
And he jokes about that. He don't try to hide the fact that he had his teeth.
No, I like Matt Rife, but I'm just saying.
Bugsy, I can't handle heat in my old age. I like a little heat with some taste, but I can't handle like extreme hot sauce. So when you send me some, take it easy on me. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I bet that's good stuff.
As a matter of fact, Bugsy, I'm literally at about the Texas Pete level. That's about all the heat I can handle.
Was it Thelma or Louise that he actually ate? Cheeto? Can't remember. I think it was Brad Pitt. Because he goes if he ate in Thelma and Louise. And I can't remember which one he ate. It was Thelma, right? Wasn't Thelma the blonde? Or the brown the one that wasn't Susan Sarandon? Yo Cheeto and Taco Bell said, does Brad Pitt eat in Thelma and Louise? And I'm trying to remember which one he ate in Thelma and Louise.
I don't think they actually showed him eating either one of them.
There's a scene where
it wasn't Susan Sarandon, it was the other chick that he had sex with.
Correct. And I'm trying to remember if she was Thelma or Louise. That's the question that's been thrown out to the chat.
I just remember she was going back to Tom Hanks. She was the chick in the movie about the female baseball league.
Yeah. That all-star cast.
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy in that?
Gina Davis.
Gina Davis.
I messaged Gary Last Ranger earlier. I got to thinking about a movie, and I knew Gary would have seen it. But the movie Doomsday was on my mind for some reason. And not very many people have seen Doomsday, but it's kind of become a cult classic now. But it's a pretty good post-apocalyptic flick. And that chick that plays in it, I don't remember her name. She was also the FBI agent in Shooter. And she was in the Underworld movie that Kate Beckinsale wasn't in.
Are you Googling that?
Yeah. Rona Mitra.
Rona Mitra.
She's like
flash a picture.
She's like classic beautiful to me.
Flash a picture. The name sounds very familiar. I just can't place the face.
You're sitting at a computer, John.
That's all I need. So yeah, she's very pretty.
Very classy.
You know who is pretty?
Who's pretty?
What was her name? Ellen Page.
Ellen Page was pretty before she became Elliot Page.
Before she became Elliot. I didn't realize.
I don't think it was that Ellen Page was all that pretty.
No, she was very cute, dude.
She was very believable because she had that girl next door cuteness.
I thought she was very cute. I was flipped out when I realized that that's who that was. Not that there's anything wrong with it. go Elliot. I mean, be you. I'm just saying she was very, very
She
attractive.
was being her. She was born a
Right.
her.
That's
She
what I'm
was being
saying.
her.
I didn't
Now she's being somebody else.
rip Ellen. R.I.P.
Now she's being somebody else, John. That's not the same thing.
The where did he go? What a transition for that.
It's
Yeah.
nice little. God, I hadn't thought about that beautiful bitch in a long
Before
time.
Edgy American gets canceled.
Again.
Yeah, again.
YouTube.
I
page
agree,
is
Todd. But I felt like for a movie that was just kind of a money grab spinoff from another successful movie without the main actors or actresses, it was one of the better one of those. I'll just say that. I thought that was a setup to get Shane's shirt off.
Oh, never. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, change subjects. Let's change subjects.
I thought Gene Davis was very attractive in the fall.
I'm not hating on her. I just
No, it's just let's just go on because that's just gonna. I'm not going to be able to stop. So
it's kind of like I think Emma Stone's really attractive in that cute girl that's the cashier at Food World way. She's not like exotic beautiful like a lot of actresses is. You know, she could literally be your barista at Starbucks, and she would fit.
the perfect one for that, and also starred in the movie called The Girl Next Door. Eliza Cuthbert.
Who?
Keeper or Cuthbert?
Hang on, let me.
Yeah, she was.
Eliza.
Hold up and share it. I remember the name more than the face.
Who we talking about again?
Hang on.
Elliot Page's first cousin
Shut up, John.
by marriage.
Y'all know Kristen Stewart's gay now too.
That doesn't surprise me. She always had that Pat Benatar look.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah. Are you saying Pat Benatar's gay?
No.
Oh,
There's
then what
anything
are
wrong
you
with-
trying to get at,
There
John?
you go, Shane.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
she's gorgeous.
what was that movie she was in where she
We'll
played
see her
the
recently.
babysitter?
What she look like today?
Do what? One
She was
at a
the baby-
time.
That she was in that movie. That she wasn't she the one that played as that kid's babysitter, and they were going to sacrifice him? It was like a comedy action horror thing.
I don't know.
What's her
Look
name
at her
again? I'm
now.
gonna look up her filmography.
Scooter, I think
Alicia Cuthbert.
Spell it.
ELISHA. Last name is CUTHBERT.
I got it. Was she also in? She wasn't the one
Yeah.
in 68 Kill, was she?
I'm not sure.
Who's that chick?
42.
take it easy, Bluminati.
See you, Bloomy.
Yeah, she was in The Girl Next Door. She was like
Yeah,
otherworldly hot in that movie.
Yeah. Stevie, I agree. That was definitely a kind of a one-off, a different style, but yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I loved Eliza Dushku too.
Oh, wow, she's got weird videos out
If you,
there.
guys, if you guys are into movies and want something that's fun, action packed, kind of out there, 68 Kill is a lot of fun. But that's
Never even heard that.
Annalyn McCord.
Hey,
It's just a really fun. It's kind of like that movie Seven Psychopaths or whatever. It's a little over the top, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Who is that, Bugsy?
What bugs is that?
How old are you?
Barbara Eden. Bugsy's an old soul.
she was Jack Bauer's daughter in 24. And I'm sharing a picture now that Alicia Cooper, she just resurfaced on Instagram at 42.
Jesus Christ, Bugsy.
She's been missing people.
Stay away from the nursing homes, dog.
Not bad for 42, but
No, I guess she's got an Instagram. I need to go to Instagram and see if I can find her. Hold on. That'd be somebody else to follow. Did you see Count of Sand? Did y'all get your Hank's Cartel? I was going to talk to you about that, Kyle.
no, I don't stalk anybody, John.
Not Hank's Cartel. I bought Hank's from her before. She's in Russia, and she posted a sad
No.
post today about not being able to ship her Hanks to the U.S. anymore due to the tariffs. She no longer could afford to do it. So what I'm curious is how's that affecting like TS Prof and other.
Look,
people.
it should affect them all negatively. I know everybody hates to hear that. Nobody wants to hear your Chinese knife should cost more. But if we have to pay tariffs to ship there,
This
they
is
should have
Russia.
to pay tariffs to ship here. There's
This
nothing
is
political or racial or sexually motivated about any of that. It's just about being fair. If our companies have to pay extra money just to sell items there, they should have to do the same thing here. The goal is that they stop tariffing us so that we can stop tariffing them.
And it's to be net zero, but there's no such thing as free trade.
Right. If you can't get on board with that, then just start mailing other countries checks every month, because you might as well.
John, I still haven't heard back from that Daria.
really.
Yep, and that's been over a week.
Well, you wonder what's going on with if this stuff if Anne posted
My
that
dad was a
today.
huge Barbara Eden fan. He thought that chick on I Dream of Jeannie was the hottest thing ever. But
He wasn't bad.
I was more of a Suzanne Summers, Three's Company kind of guy back then.
I was just sold on the idea of having a little bottle that I could make command to come out and do whatever the fuck I like when I was like.
I like
10,
the idea of
19.
learning to go back in it.
Yeah, exactly. That's they say what you pay for, right? For them to leave.
Yeah. The scooter has the bathwater. What bathwater?
That was
The scooter about somebody's bathwater.
Talking about Gina, Barbara, and
Eden.
Eden, Sweeney.
Yeah, but if you like Guy Ritchie, Quentin Tarantino, I'm not saying that movie's like those, but just that edgy, dark comedy, 68 Kill. It's a B-rated movie, don't get me wrong, but you can watch it free right now. That's a fun hour and a half. Yeah, John, were you saying the girl from Girl Next Door was his daughter on 48 Hours?
I think that's what somebody in the chat said.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, it was Stevie said it.
I don't
So
see
she
it.
is-
Yeah, on 24. I said 48 hours. 24, yeah.
48 hours is a whole different story.
Yeah, 48
Yeah.
hours.
That was a different story altogether.
But they did a whole season right here in Birmingham one year. Which is not
Okay,
surprising.
here you are. That's funny.
No surprise there. It's Murder Inc. down here.
Birmingham.
It's bad.
Yeah. And it's weird because, now they're gentrifying these neighborhoods. So they got all these like yuppie restaurants and bars like Jack Brown's that I enjoy going to. But you literally walk around the building. Like you just get 50 feet from that storefront.
Yep.
And you are in a dangerous, dangerous spot, man.
Yeah.
That's how Bourbon Street is.
Yeah, Bourbon Street's like that.
On Bourbon Street, you ain't got to turn a corner. They just bleed out on the Bourbon
Hey,
Street.
you want to have a scary? I can tell you a story about buying cocaine on fucking Bourbon Street. That was fucking lovely. Whew.
If I was going to buy cocaine, I'd want to do it on Bourbon Street.
No, you wouldn't. Trust me.
I would, just for the
No,
experience.
fuck
I
no,
don't
dude.
even want the cocaine. I don't want the risk of going to jail. I'm just saying, if I wanted to have that memory of snorting coke off a stripper's ass, I would want to have bought it on Bourbon
You don't
Street.
want to do it there.
There was no cocaine consumed. It was just almost a fucking murder.
Well, Memphis isn't much better. Was it Beale Street?
No, Bill
Yeah,
Street's
Beale Street.
scary. I was gonna say,
I've had to pull my pistol twice in my life. Both times were within 30 minutes of each other in Memphis.
Wow.
Yeah, Memphis.
And I haven't been back. I will never go back to that place.
Exactly. Bugsy sees what I'm talking about. It's the ambiance of that 8-ball I bought on Bourbon Street.
hey, that's to it. I'm just telling you, I got run around literally.
Why is Soviet saying I need to hand out wrenches for what? What's NKD?
I don't know, Scooter, but you get one warning, Scooter.
Scooter, let me tell you, but I like that John and Maddie do that. There's a very personal reason why I don't hand out riches, and Kyle knows it. But short of somebody passing away, I will probably never hand out another rich. I'm just going to say that. So it's nothing personal. It is something personal. It's nothing personal towards y'all. But yeah, the handing out of wrenches is not happening.
Well, I give warnings, at least one. I like Scooter, so but people who ask for them get banned.
I made a huge mistake with a wrench one time, and our friendship is still
You're making me nervous now.
slightly on the rocks. I won't do that again.
If
Don't
your
want to
wrenches
do
go
that.
away, and I tell you that
That's the
YouTube
bad
just
thing,
made them
Stevie.
go away,
Katina don't even show up for my live streams anymore. But he's got a wrench.
it's really just my paranoia.
I like the names in blue. You know what's annoying though? When I'm watching on my television, the names in blue, I can't read the names at all when they're in blue. I mean, the background has to change to like a white background or something for me to be able to see them. I see what you're saying, but like I have to look at the emojis most of the time to see who's chatting what because I can't read the names when they're in blue.
Nobody crying, Stevie.
Yeah.
Just all fun and games.
Haters be hating.
They're just very proud of the fact that, I asked them to be my mods and we don't want to take away from that by just handing them out to anybody. So there's actually a third mod. Don't say it, Kyle.
Okay.
Can any of y'all guess who the third mod is? Can any of y'all remember who the third mod is?
Grateful Panic.
Nope.
Can you remember, Shane?
No. I can see his face, but I can rarely ever remember his name. Let's see if Stevie remembers it.
He posted something. I can't tell what that
He's
is.
not, and it's weird. He hasn't been part of the knife community for a while now. He's been posting stuff kind of like Dark Gravity. He just posts pictures of himself in like vintage clothing. And it is weird that I have such a hard time.
Damn it,
Not
Stevie.
hard, is it?
Stevie is trying to get to slap tonight.
Yeah, probably lazy.
Hey.
Who'd you say, John?
Odd.
Who?
This is acronym BOD. Without doxing him. Screen name.
Is that Bearded Doom?
Yeah, I was just saying. I'm just throwing random ones out there because I would think Lacey.
You'd have to go
Probably
all the way
Lacey.
back. You'd have to go all the way back to the Grateful
Wow.
Panic.
This is way back.
Like, because he has a
Oh,
hard
Shane
time
goes
around.
way back. Shane goes back
Yeah.
to Blaze Show 2020.
Oh, you're gonna have to text me. Don't say it out loud. Just text me the name because I legit can't remember it at the moment. I remember his first
2023.
name, but I can't remember his last name.
You're gonna try to dox him?
You guys have heard me tell the story about the year I went to Blade Show when I was legit near death and was about to go back to my truck and go home. When this guy heard my voice and recognized me, he walked me into Blade Show. He's the only reason I even attended because I was legit fixing to get in my truck. Y'all really don't remember who it was?
I remember you telling that story, but I don't remember who it was about.
It's Dan Brock. Dan Brock has had a wrench ever since then, and
I love Dan Brock.
I don't think he's been on a live stream ever
No,
since.
but he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest guys that I met.
Dan is an awesome guy. To me, Dan Brock and Hey Dude, they just kind of have the same energy when I'm around them. I really like both of those guys.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, yeah.
Yeah, you threw me off there for a second.
Yeah. Hey, man.
I'll tell you who else is awesome is Derek for real.
Yeah. I love how
Yeah,
Hey
cool,
Man,
yeah.
like when you're at Blade Show, you would swear Hey Man lives there. Like he can take you anywhere you want to go to Atlanta. Then you find out he lives in like Minnesota or some shit.
Hey, he was everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, like every time I turned the corner, there he was.
Hey, dude. Sorry, Todd. I couldn't remember Dan Brock's last name either. So
Shane was just trying to get some free shoes out of it.
I got some Hey Dudes right over there. Do you know that Crocs owns Hey Dudes?
Hey,
Did y'all know that? Did y'all watch Fat Electrician's recent breakdown of Crocs?
No.
They was talking about, the only company that was kind of starting to compete with them was Hey Dude, so Crocs bought Hey Dude. So now I probably won't buy any more Hey Dudes now that I know they're owned by Crocs.
What's
But
your
no,
biggest
honestly,
fan?
as ugly as those shoes are, when you
Crocs
hear
are
the story,
horrible.
it's another interesting U.S. success story. So, hey man, I'm sure they're probably not made in the U.S. anymore. But
Still, the best one probably of those was the Snapple.
yeah,
No, not Snapple. Arizona Iced Tea.
that one was good. My favorite he's done though was on how Starbucks makes like hundreds of millions of dollars a year just off the investment and interest off of Starbucks gift cards, and
They
then
don't get spent.
the percentage of them that don't actually get used. Like,
Everybody's got a Starbucks gift card with under $1 on it. I don't care who you are.
and he was talking how like Starbucks has become their own bank. You give them money, and then they get to invest it and earn interest on it. And the percentage of the money that actually gets redeemed is very low. It's odd how much money they make off of nothing.
That's with a lot of gift cards.
Yeah.
I've got a stack of gift cards in my billfold that are probably a year, 2 years old.
Do
Yeah,
we
but
need
just like John said,
Do we need
that's like
to
John said, if it's a $5 item that you typically buy at a place and you get down to like $3 left on that card, very
You
few
throw it
people
away.
take it out and empty the card and pay the difference. They just hang on to it forever, or they're going through their wallet and like, well, there's not even enough on here to buy a cup of coffee, so they throw it away.
Yeah.
I think it was. Don't quote me. I think it was like 67 million a year that Starbucks gets in just free money, like money that people given to them and then never redeem it. Can you imagine making 67 million a year off nothing? That's crazy. Why y'all get so quiet? Y'all
Because I'm
think about all the
thinking
money
of
y'all
the
blew?
money. Yeah, think about the money I'm not making. I'm thinking about when we launched the Javon crypto coin.
I
What
was
am I
literally-
doing with that rug pull?
I was literally just sitting here thinking like Ellis Industrial gift cards. Like, how can I make this work?
I think it was so funny, dude. Like, you know, when that whole Hot to a Girl thing popped up, of course I jumped on that because that's, you know, let's face it, man, that was
She
my
got taken advantage of, but she wanted the money, so
She absolutely got took advantage of. She didn't.
Yeah.
No, she didn't make any money. They paid her a
she
certain
wanted the
dollar
money.
bill
My
up
point
front.
is, no,
Use her
you didn't hear
name.
me. You didn't hear me.
She had no part of the fact that people got
Except
scammed
she
off.
wanted the return, and she didn't look into it, right? She didn't consult with her management, or maybe she did, and they were idiots. But
Yeah, they all railroaded.
whatever return they told her, she was like, "That sounds good to me." But if you think that Hawk Tua thought that all her fans were gonna get rich and buy shit with her coin, I don't think. Maybe she did think that that was true, but she's an idiot.
Right, that's my whole point. Y'all really think she's smart enough to scam?
No, but she can be complicit in the fucking scam just by being, by going, that money sounds good.
Literally, the day
Hawk Tua.
before that video broke,
Hawk Tua.
she was working in a spring factory.
Oh, I know. I'm not
They-
hating on her. I was a Hawk Tua fan. I didn't want to see her get canceled.
I was all about it, and not that I think she's all that hot or anything like that. It was just really cool that she said something funny and blew up overnight over it. But
Now
she,
you got to reel that back a little bit. I mean, you're not being 100% honest.
what do you mean?
Not because I thought she was hot. You did think she was hot.
I don't think she's all that.
What's her
hot.
name? What's her friend's name? Kelsey. I think she was the pretty one.
Kelsey's prettier than she is.
That
Is their podcast still on?
Kelsey Bradford or something like that.
Let's see what's
I
going on.
think
with Hawk Tua.
she is continuing with it, and I'm proud that she is.
Well, it's up to Jake.
She pushed through all the negative publicity, but I don't think she got. She's
Let's
not
go
getting
Hawk
what
Tua.
she used to get.
Tua.
Not only that, guys, but when you figure the fact that the majority of the money she made, she donated.
Yeah.
She supported no-kill animal shelters all over the state of Tennessee.
I'm not hating on her. Hawk Tua.
But there were some people. Well, there's a particular guy that used to be in the community a lot and now isn't. That for some reason likes shit
What about
talking
drink water?
It's Talk Tua.
anything that I bring up, and he wanted to badmouth her. But anyway, I don't miss that dude at all.
Yeah, Scooter. I think she's still doing her podcast and all that stuff too.
Well, her last
she's still getting paid.
her
What's up,
last
Drinkwater?
episode was 3 months ago when she talked about the crypto. So I don't think she's doing it.
She's not doing her podcast anymore.
3 months ago was the last posting on her page now, and it was the Harry Welch tells all about the crypto incident.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it's also a good cautionary tale of getting popular overnight. That's the kind of thing that can happen because those people didn't care if they ruined her name.
Well, she's also not really relevant. So what does she have to talk about that anyone's interested in?
Yeah, I
I
never
thought
watched.
she was funny though.
I never watched.
She had some timing, but not like she wasn't great. And like, I don't know. I just don't. What's up, Fog? Yeah, I mean, you got to be smart enough to play your cards right, though. And clearly she wasn't. So,
Well, she was making bank, right? So
Yeah.
it's clear that when these people came to her, that's her friend.
Yeah, that's her friend. She is gorgeous.
Let's get back to- That's her last podcast. Poor Haley.
Huh. I thought she was still. I thought she was still doing it. I don't know.
Well, and she might still be doing it. They just might be like it might be like summer break, right? I don't know how they do podcast seasons. There may be a season of, Jake getting because she works for Jake Paul's company, his podcasting company.
Right.
His
Which
wife, she has a
was her
podcast.
first mistake.
That's who her
Yeah,
contract's with.
that's a mistake
that's-
right there.
That's
Oh
scam.
yeah.
Right
Well, that's
there.
how the crypto probably got introduced to her, right? Jake
Right.
is. I mean, the Pauls are crypto scammers like 5-6 times over.
Right.
Well, they're just D-bags to begin with.
Yeah.
I like Jake better than Logan, though. Don't ask me why.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't know why. I can't tell you why. I don't know. It just to me, Jake seems more.
He doesn't seem as much like a pompous ass as Logan.
He just does. I mean,
But here's the real question: which one's wife is hotter?
Oh, Jake's without a doubt. I think fucking
I can't
Logan's
think
married
of
to a
mine.
guy. I mean, I think that's a dude that he's married to.
Do you think that? What's
Yeah,
her name?
fuck yes. She looks like a Down syndrome little Chinese boy. I'm not into it. Not that anything wrong with that.
I mean, tell us how you really feel, John.
I thought I thought
I mean,
that
no
was
offense to Down
together
syndrome Chinese boys.
psyop for the internet because she's dated almost everybody, and B,
Oh yeah, she got around for sure.
she's not attractive. I mean,
Who is it? What's her name?
Nina Agdal.
Oh,
Agdal, how you say?
yeah, her eyes. She looks like Chaka from Land of the Lost, which was one of the little short Slee Stack.
Jake's
No,
wife.
she wasn't Slee Stack.
like
She
a
looked like a Slee
Swedish-
Stack.
Swedish speed skater or something.
Yes, and she's very attractive, and
The
she's
biggest
very
difference is
grounded.
You can Google naked pictures of Logan's wife, but you can't Jake's.
Well, Jake says I think is a legit athlete. I think she's like a world class athlete.
Yeah,
like
she's a Swedish. I think Swedish or Finnish something. She's a
speed skater, right?
speed skater. Yeah.
so
Get off my lawn.
speaking of real athletes, did you see Sean Strickland got the hammer thrown at him today?
By who?
Nevada
For what?
fighting for having that scuffle and
Oh, is it? He's got charges coming at him.
he got a fine and a 6-month ban.
Well,
Yeah.
he did jump in there and punch somebody.
Andrew
didn't
got
he?
waived today.
That's just positive publicity for Sean at this point.
I'm just saying they came out and saw it earlier.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, Sanders got waived by Buccaneers today.
I saw that. Yeah,
They said, "See ya."
Shiloh for that
Who's
five.
Deion Sanders?
Yeah,
No.
his son.
No,
Shiloh Sanders, the lesser known brother, went undrafted, but then got signed by the Buccaneers. I'm glad I watched that because I didn't realize he got in a fight in a preseason game, and then got cut. But he already owes $12 million from a lawsuit from like 3 or 4 years ago where he punched a man and the guy's like permanently handicapped now or something like.
Yeah, he probably fell. He probably got knocked out and hit his head, and
Yeah.
that's what I mean. On Twitter, I don't go there. I do, but what like
He
once
threw
or
a
twice
punch
a
and
day.
pissed away $3 million.
Oh yeah, dude.
You couldn't make me mad enough to hit you and lose $3 million.
Think about. I don't know the situation, but you know that Rampage Jackson.
Yeah.
His son just got arrested for murder, right?
Now, the guy's not dead. I only know this because those who know me well know my wife is big into independent wrestling. She was just in here talking to me about it before the podcast, actually. But the guy,
What happened?
apparently he was cutting some promo. I don't know if he was trying to get into wrestling because he's actually a MMA fighter. But they were doing some promo between him and this wrestler. And I guess after the promo was over, the guy hit him with a beer can as part of the stunt, And I don't think he liked it. Well, the guy ended up going up to him and apologizing. He said, "Hey, man, it's no big deal." Well, later that night during a match, Rampage Jackson's son went into the ring, body slammed the guy, and hit him 22 times before everybody realized that it wasn't part of the show. But here's the thing. Do we still know it wasn't part of the show?
Yeah, I mean, to me,
I told that. It looked like to me that those punches were fake as hell.
Yeah. But anyway.
Is that allegedly how he died, from getting punched at, or the guy got?
He died. My wife told me earlier that he was still in the hospital. He was in a coma.
Let me Google it.
I didn't think that looked real. I thought it was.
The broad in the top right kind of sucks. Yeah.
Hello, Maddie.
What's up, Dan Stan? Look it up, John.
Right,
Because she would know if he passed away. She follows all that shit. I'm surprised she wasn't there, in all honesty.
NBC News says son of UFC champion Quentin Jackson appears to assault pro wrestler. Key word being appears.
Right.
Hey, play the
Appears to
video.
brutally attack.
I mean, guys, even in today's day and age, a scam like that is completely possible because I don't know if you remember it, but for those of you who are into grotesque horror, the movie Cannibal Holocaust, they literally arrested that director. And in court, he had to bring in the actors that were in the movie to prove that they didn't actually kill him on screen, because in their contract, they had to make no public appearances for a year after the movie was filmed, just to make people wonder or make people think they actually killed them on camera. So if you could pull that off in the 70s, you can certainly pull it off today.
Yeah, without a doubt.
This very well could be the biggest, promotional lie of all time. We don't know.
Shane,
What?
Speaking of draft picks that got
Maddie.
screwed, was we still haven't signed Quinshon Junkins
Really?
because of that domestic, and he was first round pick.
Right.
I mean, that's
I
going to
just
be.
don't know. This is my problem with the NFL, and I know a lot of you guys aren't football fans. I am, and I'll tell you why I'm a fan of the NFL. Same reason why I'm a fan of baseball, but only on SportsCenter. I can't watch the whole game. But I know people who want to move up in life, either at the cost of or in spite of other people. I happen to enjoy watching people achieve excellence and make millions of dollars doing it. I enjoy that. So that's why I enjoy seeing these kids go from nothing to being these huge superstars in sports. But I also don't think it's right that the NFL can end their careers before they've even been to court. Like, what if that guy's not even guilty of what he was accused of?
What's
I don't
up,
know.
Maddie?
That's what he's still waiting trial. That's why they haven't signed him.
Right.
So he hasn't even been. He was
easy
charged.
So you can just accuse somebody of something,
Yeah.
and they lose their multi-million-dollar job. That don't seem right, man.
It seems like you could put
No, Shane. If you own a business and your business is publicity, and you had an employee do that, you're doing the same thing. You're protecting your business.
I wouldn't. And
Bullshit.
maybe that's why I would fail.
That's a business owner.
Not over an accusation. Now, like the Ray Rice thing, we all saw Ray Rice punch his wife in the face.
Well, you got to look at Trevor Bauer.
Right?
Y'all know who Trevor Bauer is?
I know that story.
free
look-
Diddy.
Matt
Completely
Azera.
innocent, and he's not allowed back in the MLB.
What
Well,
about
that's
Matt
wrong.
Azera? You know what I'm talking about, Ryan? Matt Azera?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
punter? Yeah, that lost his job in the NFL because some girl made a claim, then found out it was all a lie.
My point is, they should be able to come back, but unfortunately,
I think Trevor Bauer can, just nobody's signing it.
right.
I want
Unfortunately,
him in the Braves clubhouse.
yeah. Unfortunately,
It's a hell of a
it's
picture.
the court of public opinion,
Exactly.
but it also hurts the brand as well too. So
Yep.
if you're a team owner, you can't risk that to hurt your brand.
You're exactly right.
So I mean,
It sucks.
But in my opinion, Kyle, it's no different than if I came on here and did a short and said Kyle Coonley actually sharpens his knives on a belt, and then you weren't allowed to sharpen knives for 2 years. You think that's okay?
No.
Just because I said it, whether it's true or not.
no, that's different. Because
It's
first
not
of all,
different.
yes, it is.
No, it's
First of
not,
all-
Kyle, because lots of people can sharpen knives. You you're building a knife sharpening company and somewhat of a brand. It might not be worth as much money as the NFL, but it's not right that those men's lives get to be affected negatively because of an accusation before they were proven guilty.
The difference is
All too many times in the
Okay.
end, they weren't proven guilty.
if I worked for a company and that was accused, and that company said we need to investigate prior to renewing your contract, then yes, that makes sense. But I'm not. I'm an independent. I don't work for a company, so I don't have to worry about that. That's why I was saying it's different. If I work for
It's legally different. It's not morally different. It's still wrong.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Until you're put the other side, it's hard to say that though. If an employee from Ellis Industries comes up with a accusation, and the difference is it's not just an accusation. If Ellis Industries was out in the public and that was a public persona, and that person is known, that is different than also just a regular employee. These teams are selling.
Kyle, I work in the trades, man. It's almost a requirement to have an accusation on you to work.
I know, but my point is, I'm saying if you are a team, you're selling your brand. It's not about how well you do. Like some of the best franchises are worth the most money, and they're the horrible. I mean, they're not good, but it's just their brand is so good. So you're selling that brand, and that brand is worth more than someone's paycheck.
I get what you're saying. I 100% get what you're saying. But it's just like with Trevor Bauer's situation. He can come back, but nobody wants to sign him because he's tarnished.
I understand that.
He was found innocent.
I agree. It's wrong.
Tarnished. And it's not right, but I mean, I get what I mean.
I'm going further than that, Ryan. I'm saying even if he is guilty, until he's proven guilty, I don't think they should lose their livelihoods because that's all. That was all created by society and our knee-jerk reactions to something has to be done right now.
Ron Crow.
What's up, Ron?
If they go to court and they're found guilty, I'm all about it, man. Can their ass, ban them, whatever. But doing it beforehand, I just don't feel like should even be legally right. I don't.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the reason they do that though is because here's why they do that, because they can't sit there and let him play and then find out, hey, they let him play after these accusations and come to find out they were true.
Because he was, you're right. Because bail does not buy you.
Until he's found guilty, they're like, hey, we're going to hold on. When you're found innocent, then we'll sign you.
Right. You're supposed to be innocent until you're found guilty.
Right.
You shouldn't be paying any repercussions.
Okay, let me ask you this, Shane. Let me ask you this. If somebody is found, or say somebody's accused of sex with a minor,
right?
Are you saying that it's okay for them to be around minors for 2 years while they're waiting on court?
No, that's different though.
Without knowing? No. Well, I mean, it's the same principle. It is a different situation.
But it is the same principle.
At a different extremity.
Okay, here's another
guys being able to walk onto a football field or walk into a building and bend conduit. I don't think you should be able to take that away from them until they've been proven guilty. But
here's another example.
Accused of that, and the judge, you go before the judge for your preliminary thing, and he says, "Hey, you can't be within 100 feet of a child." Then
part of your bail condition.
Yeah, there's ways around that, but we don't know what these people did.
Shane, another scenario: a cop has a shoot, they're put on probationary leave until that's investigated.
Do what now?
If a cop is involved in a shooting,
right,
they're put on probationary leave, paid probationary leave until it's investigated.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, Trevor Bauer should have been paid.
I'm not disagreeing.
He should be able to sue his team for canning him for something that he didn't do for his entire contract.
I believe that if you're under contract, you should be paid while you're under contract. The scenario we were talking about earlier with Junkins, he wasn't signed yet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Junkins is a slightly different case.
If you're under contract, you're under contract. You honor that.
Scotty.
Hey, we're just trying to be real, Scotty.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, is that we can argue about stuff and not call somebody stupid or cuss at them because of their beliefs.
Well, I mean,
I enjoy these kind of reactions, and I put myself out there by saying that. Not everybody's going to agree with me, Some people might not buy a knife because I don't think that Trevor Bauer should have lost his job before he went to
That's a
court.
big old thing, Johnny.
That's
Isn't
fine.
that huge?
What is that?
Like fucking Kaiser, dude.
You know,
The biggest Kaiser
you
I've
know, I
ever
don't know.
seen.
Ryan would probably know that better than me.
What?
There is
Did
a
Trevor
lot
sue?
involved in that.
Did Trevor sue?
Trevor Bauer.
What? I'm missing something. Do what?
Trevor Bauer, did he file a lawsuit over all this? Do you
Oh,
know?
I don't know what ever come of it. I just know he was found innocent and blackballed.
Right.
Yeah.
He does look like a Becker. It also looks like a Medford
You've seen the
Cheeto.
videos she came out
Yeah, it
about
just
that,
looks like
right,
a Becker.
Ryan?
It looks very similar to a Medford or a K-Bar, right?
It's just a cheap Becker knockoff from China. That's what it is.
Ryan, you saw the videos of that Trevor Bauer chick saying that she was trying to get the bag and all that stuff before she set him up the whole entire time.
Yeah.
What they
It
got in
was.
court.
Like I want him at the Braves so bad. I want him pitching, especially.
You know,
since-
he's doing YouTube videos now.
Hmm?
He's doing YouTube videos now.
I watch his YouTube
I heard he
videos.
was. Yeah, I haven't watched any of them.
I watch his YouTube videos just to support him because he was done wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I cheer for Matt Azera, who's just a punter, but I cheer for him just because he was done wrong.
Wow.
His life was impacted negatively over a lie.
Thanks, Scooter.
What's Howard, the creepy uncle?
I call Kyle Uncle Daddy.
Dan Stan, I'm glad you brought that up, buddy. Tell us why you're digging that they use 1095.
I don't see any reason on earth.
There's not a reason on earth to use 1095.
I agree.
They also have this in AEBL.
That would
That
be
makes more sense.
Yeah.
ABL is 3 times stronger than that. Holds an edge better than 10. There's
There's
absolutely
a
no reason
$10 difference.
for any knife to ever be made out of 1095 again. There was 50 years ago.
They say because of the ease of sharpening.
14C is easier to sharpen than 1095.
1095 is not easy to sharpen because it's gummy.
I've not sharpened it.
There are zero. I
Got the
repeat,
worst sharpening tool in the
zero
world.
positives to making a knife out of 1095.
Yeah, 1095.
You write down all the pros and cons. There's 0 pros to 1095. None.
I think Kaiser made it because U.S. makers make it in 1095, so they say
That's the U.S. maker's fault. Top should be out of business at this point. So should K-Bar. Nobody should be buying that crap. Because the only reason they're using it is because that's $1 worth of blade steel, and you're willing to pay $100 for it.
you better recognize I grabbed the wrong knife.
Dan, that's fair, but your 1095 also has a soft spot too.
Yeah. I just don't. It just doesn't make any sense to me as to why they still use it when it's.
That's the
inferior
ugliest
to
blade
what-
ever made.
Is it mine?
I sent out a text message to 3 different people about which heat treat protocol I should use on Pops Pro Cut, and this is what I said. I'll show y'all if you don't believe me. I said I want to heat treat it as high in HRC as possible for the maximum edge retention, and yet it still be tougher than 1095. And all 3 of those people, who are all very well respected in the community, said everything is stronger than 1095. So you could literally not temper it, and it would still be tougher than 1095. There's no reason for a knife to be made out of 1095.
Oh, look.
That's
Joe,
right, Daddy.
Joe hacked Maddie's account.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make yourself a cod piece now.
Yeah. Nobody needs air conditioning. Nobody needs spices on their food. Nobody needs airbags or seatbelt. Nobody needs car seats for their kids. We got along for years without all those things. Nobody needs indoor plumbing. However, all of it exists, and you're an idiot if you don't take advantage of it. So there's that.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, we were
man.
tolerant here. I thought it was hate, not debate. What did we flip? We flipped a coin. This is a chisel grind in AEBL.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do this.
And you can literally beat that 1095 knife in half with that piece of AEBL. And the AEBL will rust, and the AEBL will hold an edge longer. And the AEBL is still cheap.
And they send it with a sharpener.
Right.
They did. That's a
It looks like
sharpener.
quality sharpener.
It does look like a quality sharpener. It looks like a beaver chewed that out too. They call that yakuri. Why
You
you
know what that
call
is? That's a Chinese kid with a drill press and a carbide bit just randomly digging holes in that knife.
Surely it's computerized. It's done by CNC.
That's saying I get that you like 1095, and that's not an issue. That's not why I'm not saying you should never buy anything in 1095 because you like it. I'm saying the fact that companies still use it is a disservice to all their customers because they can make that same knife the same price and
I prefer 80 CRV too.
and provide you with a
That's
much
awesome. I love that
better
knife.
product.
80 CRV2 is
Nitro V. 80
I just
CRV,
wanted to figure it out.
80 CRV2 is just as garbage as 1095. Again, that guy's
so are
fucking
those
your eyeballs out.
so are
Well, what
those
about and is
40 angle
Jacob
bevels.
Huh?
Jacob at Very Good Knife Company loves it, and he's
Love
tested
what?
it, and he
Love what?
80 CRV too.
It's garbage. It's the same thing as 1095. It's not as tough as Nitro V or ABL. It doesn't hold an edge as long.
That's why you put nickel boron coating on it, dude.
I swear to
Right.
God, John, don't
Yeah,
make me. I'm about to. Don't you freaking dare! I had one off this morning on that.
But okay, I know you're just poking at me, John, but now answer my question then. If there's better steel out there that does everything better and only costs $1 a knife more, two questions. One, why are they still making it in that? And why are people still paying it?
Because it's the reason they still make it in that is because people are still paying. I think the reason people are still paying is because the design is more driving, or the maker is more driving than the actual cutability, or the, I don't know if cutability is a word, but the fact that it'll cut good. And
So you're
I
saying
think-
the reputation is based on false pretenses?
no, I'm saying no, not at all. I'm saying that, there are a lot of custom makers. I'm not talking about these knives that we're talking about, but a lot of custom makers that use steels that you can say are obsolete, like CPM 154.
There's a reason why they use them, though. It's not because they're good steels; it's because it makes their job easier.
Well, keep in mind this: there's a pro forma that goes into any business model. So I would think it's more
So it's not
time
about-
and
it's not about
consumables.
Whoa, so it's not about making a better knife.
What?
So
No,
TCL has
no,
no
not always.
interest. So
Not always.
say this out loud. Repeat after loud. TCL has no interest in making you a better knife.
TKL wants to make something that's going to stick in you, and
TCL
it's
has
going
no
to be.
interest in making you a better knife.
I don't believe that. I believe that what they're making their
just
knife
said it.
for. No,
In
I'm
different
saying
words, you just said it was
No,
about a business
cutting, about cutability. This is about jabability, stabability. All TKL knives. I don't think TKL has a knife in their lineup that they market as a cutter.
So if you could make, hang on. So if I could make that exact same knife, copy his design to a T, make it just as stabby, but yet it would also be tougher, cut better, and not rust for the
You
same.
might not be able to stay in
for the
business,
same
is what I'm
money.
saying. I'm
Why?
saying.
I just told you it's the same money.
Well, I'm saying if there's got to be a production advantage
There's
No,
to
there's
doing
not.
what they're doing.
it's easier to work.
Well, or
So
it's
their
maybe
number
more
one goal is
consistent.
to make the knife cheaper. So
No,
before
and it
you buy it.
performs to the task.
The only
It's,
reason to use it is to make the knife so that they can keep their cost down.
well, you want to keep your costs down in business, but what I'm saying is, if you're making a knife to jab into somebody, I guarantee you, because he also makes that same knife in Nitro V, if you prefer that.
I do.
And they're the same price.
Hats off to him for making one in a really good steel for that.
All of them are available in Nitro V, and the price doesn't go up. It's just, what do you want from him? And I'll tell you, in Jacob's defense, he offers Nitro V or 80 CRV2, and he has the same price on both of them. And he talks about why he prefers.
What does he tell you the advantage of 80 CRV2 is?
There's a video, and I don't know which one it was, but there's a video where he actually talks about that he's got all these knives in a backpack, that he's got all this data written on, where he's left them out and done stuff with them and tests them. and he prefers it from his use point over AEBL. I don't remember why, but there's a video where he addresses that exact point because somebody in chat.
I'd love to
asked him.
know. I'd love to
Exactly,
know.
Kathleen.
I'd love to know what his answer is, because the only answer he can provide is, this costs me less money to make, and I can make more money off you. Because if any of his answers are related to this works better, then he's a liar.
Well, he says it works better.
It doesn't. It nothing. Larry Thomas has tested them multiple times, and
but he's got a backpack. You need to watch it when he pulls out his backpack and pulls
Right.
all these blades out with all these numbers on them, because you'd understand what he's talking about. I don't, but he goes into detail with numbers on these actual blades that he's done this with, and this with, and he talks about why he prefers. He's got both in there. I think he even has. I think it's just Nitro V and 80 CRV, and he talks about it. I don't know
the
why.
only answer that's even acceptable but makes no sense is when people say, I can sharpen this on a rock. Well, of course you can, because it has no abrasion resistance.
Maybe that's
let me hop in there on that, because here's a complete misnomer on that too.
Right.
So with AEBL 14C, Nitro V, all the same thing. They sharpen just as easy as a lot of lesser steels, and they actually take a better edge than a lot of lesser steels.
What do they do? What do any of those steels do lesser than 80 CRV2? What are any of the steels you just named worse at than 80 CRV2?
Absolutely nothing.
What's the price difference?
Pennies.
And that, yeah, not even negligible.
Why? There is no reason to use it.
Right. That's my only point. And
I'm talking performance numbers based off of large batch testing.
As a veteran-owned company, I'm proud as shit of Tim and Tim Kell. I support his stuff. You guys just saw today, I've been sharing Aries EDC's post. I fully support that guy and what he's doing. I just don't understand why he is even allowing you to buy a product that is so much lesser than the exact same product sitting beside it for the exact same money.
Could it be, and this is a question that I don't know the answer to, supply?
No.
It could be that he's got 10
for as many knives as he's making
in his garage. Yeah, that could be it.
If you're
I
doing,
kept thinking that about Tops and all these other companies too, but clearly they would have run out by now. They just keep buying.
Yeah. Well, because
the stupidest thing Greg Medford ever did was when he bought all that tonnage of 1095 to make some of his knives in. I've agreed with business wise or knife making wise everything Greg Medford's ever done, except that was dumb. 1095 serves a purpose. It's just not in knife making anymore.
And from what I was getting at earlier, I won't go there.
Go there.
No.
What's wrong with you, poo? I wish if I was driving this,
I'm going to get in your feelings, and I'm going to get in your feels, and you're going to get all.
Go Nanopus. I'm not going to get in my feels.
I already know what this is about.
I'm invested now.
It's about someone being completely full of shit on their business and making inferior products and charging way too much money for them.
Who?
Well, that's the American way, isn't it?
No, it's not.
It shouldn't be.
No, I'm just saying, but in reality, is it not the way that we've kind of all been programmed since I was a kid?
Ron Crow, I get that there are people that don't like Nitro V, but why?
That's funny.
And I'm not trying to sell you on Nitro V. I'll make you a knife in something way better than Nitro V. It's just going to cost a little more. I'm just talking about Nitro V, 14C, and ABL as they compare price wise to these other steels.
See if you can see the tears running down that.
If you sell if Tim Kell was selling those 1095 knives for $50,
he doesn't do 1095. You mean 80 CRV2?
80 CRV2. If he was selling them for $40, $50, I wouldn't say a word, because that's where those knives belong price wise. If you're going to buy a 1095 knife, I mean, I've got an Ontario a 6-inch.
I'm going to ask him because I'm curious.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, they're tactical knives.
Right.
That's what they're self-defense. Here's the thing: that 1095 is going to stab just as good as
This is 80 CRV2.
It is, but what if you want to do something else with it?
Well, that's what I carry my work knives and stuff.
If for the same price, you can have the same knife that not only pokes, but also doesn't rust and holds an edge better. I mean, Ryan, you're a pretty smart guy. If I went to hand you both,
There's got to be a reason, though.
this knife.
Well, I think the reason simply is the reason has to be the margin. It has
You've
to
got to
be.
have an operating margin. I don't know what that operating margin is.
It takes less to manufacture the 1095.
So are you okay? So are you saying that the elevated profit margin on the 1095 stuff makes up for the lack of profit margin on the Nitro V?
I don't know.
So that's what I don't understand. Maybe
It may that actually that actually kind of makes sense. I do that in some cases when I bid a job hourly.
Right.
So the larger profits I make off my lesser experienced guys help pay for my more experienced guys.
Right.
So that does kind of make sense.
It would make more sense if you want to create a loss leader.
I haven't approached it from that angle at all. I've just approached it from here's two of the exact same thing that cost the exact same amount of money, and this one is better at everything than this one is. Which one do you want?
The one that's better, of course.
I want the one that's better. But are they offering that though?
But if they're not offering, exactly, if their design is not being made in that for whatever reason.
I thought you said they were the same price in either steel.
They are. And you can get Nitro V or you can get 80 CRV too. It's your choice.
And here's another question. What's going to happen when Nitro I forgot the name. Nitro X7. What's going to happen when that comes out?
It'll probably be a while before people
still tougher, corrosion resistant, and probably better edge retention than every production steel you own, yet it's still going to be dirt cheap. Are we still going to would you still pick 1095 over that?
No, I'm not saying, hey, I didn't pick 1095. They sent it to me, and I've just been chopping with it, and it hadn't gotten any rolls in it, and I beat it pretty hard on this wedge of old oak that I've got. Right. But my chopping log, so to speak. But I don't know why anybody would use it, but I can ask Tim candidly, say, hey man, curious. Everybody that I know that makes knives says that 80 CRV2 doesn't do anything better than other steels that cost the same. Why do you use it? Because I know Jacob talked about it in detail, what his reasoning was, and it wasn't to make more money.
Find the video, because I'm not going to badmouth Jacob. I like that guy, but I would like to hear that. I'd like to hear what he found.
Let me see if I can find it. It was one of his lives, so he's got a blooming 1,000. And I don't.
While you're looking, let's hush and let Kyle say what he was going to say.
No, I'm done.
Are you done, or did you give up?
Both.
No, you're the knowledgeable one.
No,
you may very well, Bugsy. That happens. Me and Steve have talked about that several times. Two of the same steel, two different examples, and one of them just, for some reason, blows the other one out of the water. That's entirely possible.
Guys, I'm gonna have to end it there. I got to pack up and leave out about 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna head off to bed.
Well, you get some rest and be safe tomorrow.
Get some rest,
peace, everybody.
Later, Ryan.
I had 2 chopping knives at the shop recently. I had my Rat. I'm sorry, it's not Rat 6. I had my Rat 7 at the shop, and I had Tree Stabbing Troy's Alabama Hammer. Alabama Hammer is better in every way. However, that's not a good comparison, because that Rat 7 cost $80. That Alabama Hammer was $350, and I wouldn't make it again for that price. It should be more than that. So with that huge a price disparity, it makes sense. It's no different than buying a Cadillac or a Cavalier. Some people don't have Cadillac money. I get that. Cavaliers need to exist. But if you can buy the exact same car, okay, if you can buy the Cavalier for cheaper than you can buy the Cadillac, why wouldn't you? So I don't understand why somebody would pick 80 CRV2 over
Shane.
Nitro V.
Those forces, those are is that MagnaCut?
Those are MagnaCut. Yeah. 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 The forces are MagnaCut. The frets are MagnaCut. The Bandito, until Cheeto names it something else, is S90V. S90V is a very good example, because S90V is not super tough.
No, it's
So
not.
if you're worried about breaking it because you do stupid shit with a knife, then hey, don't buy S90V. That makes sense. I'm just talking about steels that are that close in price, yet that far off in performance. I'll never understand it.
Todd, I heard some more shit today that I'll talk to you about. Bugsy has 14C, I do believe.
And Dan Stan, I didn't mean any of that at all to attack you personally for liking 1095. There's nothing wrong with liking 1095.
Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna share something. Whoops. Whoops.
I've also heard people.
Steel panel Nitro V. We're going to be taking it from nice and sharp to not very sharp at all, and see what it can handle. And a chunk of copper wire and our hammer. Now, there's a lot of people that would absolutely just cry watching this, but we need to know.
While you're searching for the next part, don't try that shit with my knives because I don't make my knives to be super tough.
Yeah, and again, maybe there's
Let's go across the grain. There it goes.
he just broke the tip
We
off.
broke the tip off. I buried that one pretty deep. Let's just keep going. See if I break more of it off, or if that's about it.
Which steel is that?
I think
Like I said, the tip is pretty thin, so we're talking like.
Huh?
What steel is that?
I think it's Nitro V, Shane. It says Nitro V edition. I'm trying to find. Let's go. Vegan Nice Code Torture Test. Hold on. See if he's got any on his other.
I mean, if he's showing off what his knives can withstand, that's great. Because I can tell you right now, my tips would have broke off.
Is it sharing the fresh video?
I don't know how thin he grinds his.
Let's look at this right here.
Yeah, a lot of that's based on geometry. It has nothing to do with the
He
steel.
had Bugsy Craftworks one, buddy. And I thought they were going to walk away from this thinking that I'm bad mouthing Jacob.
No. I'm trying to get an answer of why he says he uses it. No, I'm not thinking anybody thinks that. Let's go and
Scooter, I agree. I was just saying that people have that thought that you can't sharpen certain steels, and everyone's sharpenable pretty easily if you know what you're doing and have the right tools. Let me know when you find it, Javon.
what?
I said, let me know if you find it. I'll pull it up.
Oh, I got it. This is a different torture test, but it's 80 CRV2. He's beating on right now.
And here's another factor we didn't consider. Are both the knives he's testing the exact same geometry?
Yeah, that is a good question. Are they the exact same model, exact same?
No, this is the roughneck. Let's go further into the torture test.
I'll just say this, John. If everybody tomorrow decided that they wanted all their knives in 14C instead of Magna Cut, and I knew I could charge them the same amount of money, business-wise, absolutely, I should do that because there's a lot more money to put in my pocket, even though the end user is being taken advantage of, whether it's on purpose or not. But I wouldn't do that. That's why I sell my Nitro V knives cheaper. That's the part I don't understand is.
I don't understand it either, but the good thing is I haven't run into any of those guys that we're talking about that were not bad mouthing, but that would not tell us why they use what they use and why they use it, why they prefer it.
There's only one reason to prefer it. It's dirt cheap. Let me tell you this. I did some pre-grinding recently on some Pro Cut. Pro Cut is better than all those carbon steels. I ground 6 knives on the same belt. That belt was still usable when I was done. Had that been crew wear, I would have run a belt per knife. That's the only positive, is that it's easier to grind and saves me money. But at the end of the day, if you bought 2 of the exact same knives from me, one in crew wear and one in Pro Cut, as good as Pro Cut is, the crew wear would be better. But if I charged you the same price, then I would feel like I was being dishonest.
If you were whacking it into a nail, it'd be better.
Did we all watch Big Brown Bear whack 15V into a nail? 15V is one of the least tough steels in the world. Not tough at all. It's literally at the very bottom of the knife steel toughness chart. He hammered it through a nail with no damage.
The geometry?
No. Well, I can't say his geometry was the exact same as Jacob's, but
okay, Shane,
you can make it do that
right now. AEBL 0.12, so 1/8 blade stock, 11.6 inches long, 2 inches wide, is $13.50.
Right.
Okay. 80 CRV2 in 110. So close. I mean, nominal, close. They don't have it in 120. 11.6 by 2 inches is $15.80. It's actually more expensive than the AEBL.
Right. So why would
AEBL? And I'm sure it's more expensive because it sells more.
Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Maybe supply and demand is what this is all about. But if that's the fact, if that's the case, then you have to say you're paying the same money for a lesser knife.
Well, you can say that, but if you're looking at supply and demand and you're looking at business, you've got to put that into the equation from just business basic.
I don't. Not as an end user, I don't.
No, as an end user, you don't. As an end user, you're at the beckon of what's available and what you like and what you want.
If you had to rotate between the AEBL 14C and Nitro V, it's pretty readily available. If you can't get one, you can get the other, and they're all the same.
So even in this chart,
Matty, that thing is an absolute joke.
Like when you're looking down this graph, do you guys see how close those green and blue numbers are, or those lines? One of those is AEBL and the other is 80 CRV2. I can't turn it around to show you, but that's how close they are in toughness. There's little to no difference, and you can modify that AEBL to be tougher than the 80 CRV2, and vice versa with the heat treat.
Todd's right. Like we talked about earlier, it comes down to geometry as far as the hitting something through a nail. That's not
right.
Will my Jack Wolf go through a nail?
No.
You're right, Dan. So it gets nasty sharp because just because of its grain, it will take a nasty edge.
And it's one of the few steels that drops back so easily.
Yeah.
Dance, because AEBL, Nitro V, and 14C are all the same steel virtually.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody to think that I'm better than Jacob or TKL.
No.
I have mucho respect.
I'm going to tell you about.
Keep in mind, this is not about them near as much as it is companies like Tops, Ontario, Essie. All those companies are selling you $100. They could sell you that knife for the same money and a better steel. And the only way they're ever going to do that is when people stop buying the 1095. And look at it this way. What if you knew somebody was coming to your house next week? You knew the date and time they were coming to your house to shoot at you with a 50 cal rifle, and you got to pick. Price is not an option. You get to pick the steel that you're going to build a plate out of to protect your vitals. Are you going to take the inferior plate? Absolutely not. You can't convince me you're going to take the inferior piece of steel. So why not apply that to your knife making? Now, when you start talking about steels that are total opposite ends of the spectrum, so I can't make that same argument about S90V because its edge retention is super high, but its toughness is super low. So if I was going out in the woods to chop shit, and the only options I had was S90V or 80CRV2, I'd take the 80CRV2.
Gotcha.
Right. But that's not what we're talking about.
I know. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna tell Tim. I'm gonna say Shane, that dude, and and he'll say, yeah. I'll say he doesn't know why you use 80CRV2, and he's really smart about metal.
You can throw me on the bus if you want to.
I'm not gonna. I'll say Kyle. I'll say this guy, Clean Work Sharpening, the sexual intellect.
Yeah. Perfect. Because I have a lot of shit to talk to him about.
He's a nice guy, dude.
He's full of shit.
Look, I just don't know any other way of putting it. And anytime we have these conversations, when it's over, I always think about what I should have said. So that's why I repeat myself a lot, trying to get my point across. And I know some of y'all are sick of hearing it. But if it's the same money, just pick the better steel.
I bet it does, Scotty.
Yeah. I won't throw you under the bus, but Kyle?
Yeah, this guy Clean Works, man. He's a pretty smart dude.
I can take that.
What's weird is like 80CRV2 gained its reputation because of toughness, and it was already not as tough as 8670, which has been around even longer. So why aren't we all 8670 fans?
15 and 20.
Why aren't we all 15 and 20 fans? It's
52 100
as well, and it's dirt cheap. So let's just make all the pokey stabby things out of 15 and 20. But you're talking about a 2 to 3 pound difference. 2 to 3 pounds and how much pressure it takes to snap that blade between.
Is that considered negligible, or is that a lot?
That's
negligible, right?
Very. Yeah. If you've pushed a knife to that point, you've pushed it beyond what a knife was ever designed to do in the first place. You know, I dropped one of my Nitro V knives on the concrete live one night, tipped down and it broke. I knew it was going to break. I don't give a shit how tough the Fred is. If somebody buys it and beats it with a hammer and breaks it in half and says, I told you all this shit wasn't tough, my answer will be, I told you that shit wasn't tough too.
It's sharp as shit.
Right.
I'm then shipping it to you tomorrow in a box.
It's as tough as any other Magna Cut at 64 is. So, yeah.
And it's going to be a label in that box for you to stick back on the box, if you know what I mean. I've got the knife in a box.
Yeah.
I've got it right here, but I took it out. But I've got it in a box, and so it's going to be a label that you can just stick on the box after you take it out and send me the empty box back, so I can send out another knife.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, Todd actually brings up one of the few good points. One of the only arguments you can make, but it doesn't really apply to a knife company. But not everybody has a heat treat oven, and you can heat treat 80CRV2 on a pile of charcoal.
Maybe that's why they're doing it.
No, because they're actually having them manufactured and having them done by.
He's having them manufactured and heat treated in the same oven that he could have
anything done.
Magnamax heat treated in.
Maybe he's doing it to get.
And that's why I've always said
to flow.
Those guys that forge carbon steel knives, like you see on Forged in Fire, that talent needs to remain. There may come a point in time where personally or as a society, we might have to resort to that to make a tool. We don't need to lose that technology, but it's just not, it's not necessary as long as we have what we have now.
I didn't catch what you said, Javon. What was that?
I said I prefer Xing Xing Shang Guan than Forged in Fire. That's the Chinese version of that show.
That's the same quality.
Todd, you also bring up another good point because 1095 is one of the hardest steels one of the hardest carbon steels to get right. It's one of the pickiest steels there is to heat treat. So that again makes it, well, then why use it?
Yeah, because it's going to fail more. You would think you'll have more
Right.
failures.
Right. Matt Yako is sending me his 1095. Forgive me, I can never remember the name of his knife, and that's not on purpose. But he's cut out his first one in 1095. He's going to send it to me in heat treat because he asked me, he's like, "Can I heat treat this?" I was like, 1059, you can heat treat it with a torch and some cooking oil. 1095, you can't, because it has to soak at a very certain temperature for a certain amount of time. So I'm going to heat treat his knife. At least he knows that piece of 1095 is done as well as it can possibly be. But
yep, Todd, that's what I was saying.
He already had that, by the way. I didn't talk him into buying that piece of 1095, and I don't blame him at all for cutting his first one out of 1095. That way, if he ruined it, nothing was lost. Yeah, you're right, Jeffrey. Mm-hmm. But there is no riddle. There is no riddle when it comes to ADC RV2 and AEBL. The riddle doesn't exist anymore. The riddle exists between ADC RV2 and S125V, but not those two. Everything is too close except for the performance. And I'm not talking about Nitro V like it's a super steel, guys. There's way better edge retention steels out there than Nitro V or 14C, but not at that price.
And we've already discussed this before. How do you determine the edge life on 14C dash all the other ones comparable to other steels, because it strops and hones back so quickly that you're not actually having to remove steel like you are on a lot of other steels. So you take a S125V that'll last forever, but when you do need to sharpen it, it's going to need a little bit of steel removal versus 14C. You can touch up constantly and it's going to last a long ass time before you actually have to put it on stones.
Yeah. Ryan said, let's ask Sharif about M390. M390 and 20CV and whatever 204P, those were our fault. We let that shit become popular. It was formulated to cut plastic. It was never formulated to cut an abrasive material. Why we even allowed companies to sell us knives and a steel that was formulated to cut plastic, that was our fault. Can it be done well? Yeah. One blade at a time with a very specific custom heat treat.
And it's still only good for one thing.
Yeah. What if Atlantic Northwest does stand for something entirely different? I've seen that question asked a couple of times, and I've even thought about it in my head. But I can't figure out what the joke is. What else would LNW stand for?
I don't know. We got a big brain over here.
This Nuke, Wisconsin.
Todd Carr, you're 100% right. Look what and like I said, I've touched on this, and these results may never be made to the public. But the fact that there's a few pieces of S35VN out there that are outcutting K390, how is that? How do you explain that? But they exist. I promise you they exist. They've been thoroughly tested.
And some 154 as well, too.
Yeah. I put that what piece of 154 CM I've got of that knife that belongs to B's Blades, I'd put that up against any production steel you have. Because I fucked up. I made it too hard.
Yeah.
I made a mistake. Is it?
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Is it extremely tough? No, it's not. And I checked with Brian. I was going to make Brian another knife. He's like, brother, I'm never going to baton anything. I don't hard use nothing. So he's good with it being a little fragile. Yeah.
I prefer M390 MBK or whatever.
Oh, do you?
And you got to have all that edge retention for cutting up magazines in your lip floor.
That's all I use it for, brother.
And Todd, I'm you saying that, I'm kind of I don't know what you'd call it, but all I'm doing, I haven't done any of this research. I didn't lose thousands of dollars worth of steel trying to figure this shit out. I'm taking all the money that Sean spent, that Alex spent, that Steve spent, that Brian Kim spent. I'm taking all that wasted money because they're kind enough to share that knowledge with me, and I'm just trying to copy them. And they know that, and they're okay with it.
Well, there's a difference between copying that and sharing the information for other people
Right.
to use.
Yeah, it's not like they had it on a file and I hacked their computer and stole it. They gave it to me.
Well, you ain't hacking any computer.
Yeah.
I can barely open my own phone. But that's what's great about knife making right now. Like, I've offered these same services I've offered them to Tyler. I've offered them to Terry. Anybody that wants to make a knife, I will take time out of my day to have a phone call with you and tell you all the stupid shit I did and tell you not to do it and how to make a decent knife on your very first try.
Dawson, that is very fair.
It's getting ready to be shipped out to Shane.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think about the fact that when you're talking about MagnaCut, it's a plate quench steel, right? I have to heat it to 1950, hold it there for 15 minutes, take it out and plate quench it. Y'all understand that production MagnaCut never touches a plate. It's a plate quench steel, but it never touches a plate. They never take it out of heat and put it between two plates and quickly suck the heat out of it. It's in this oven that's the size of your house. That's at 1950 degrees. And once it has soaked the appropriate amount of time, they put that tank under a vacuum, which sucks all the heat out. It's not as fast as the plates, but it's as fast as they can do it on a production level. So that's why production heat treat will never be as good. They can't afford to pay a guy to take those blades out and plate quench them. So they just suck the oven under a vacuum. How long do you think it takes to suck 1,950 degrees of heat out of that chamber? Even if it's literally, if I made you two knives in MagnaCut and one of them I took out of the heat and into the quench plates within 5 seconds, and the next one took me 15 seconds, the one that took 15 seconds is not going to be as good a heat treat as the one that took 5. That's why I do that when I'm on video. I open the door and I come out with it this way so y'all can see it glowing red. That's why I don't stop and show you on the camera. Each one of those seconds is negatively affecting that steel. So when you're getting a production knife, and here's another thing, which knife cooled off the fastest? Is it the one in the middle? The one in the left rear corner? That's why when you're buying production knives, some guys have a way better result with the same knife than another guy does.
I'd watch that, Maddie.
Well, you also have to on those large industrial furnaces like that, you also have to test the elements of each individual area so you know that they're actually heating up to the same too. Yeah. You could have one that's bad in the quadrant, and all those blades are getting heated a lot less than the other ones.
Luke, I don't know. I would tell you if I knew the answer, but I don't know. But I can tell you this. I don't personally believe that it's fast enough. If it was, we'd have better results. You know, we've not seen any MagnaCut yet be tested that outperformed Brian Kim's. Nobody's even come close. And that's because he took one blade out and quenched it immediately.
He was able to control the process.
Yeah, Peters can copy his heat treat too. They just can't be in business and do them one at a time. They'd go broke. Dan Stan, I'm not actually sure. I know some of the newer ovens pull the vacuum and then introduce nitrogen into the chamber to crow. But again, which blade got exposed to the crow the quickest? Which one? You know, there's too many variables when you're talking about multiple blades. So even if the process was just as good, just the fact that there's so many blades in there and there's so much surface area inside for there to be variables. That's why production will never be as good. Yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm not waiting much longer. Todd, you're right. Chris Reeves does a great job with Magna Cut. But can Chris Reeves do Magna Cut as well as Brian Kim? He just can't. Because if he custom heat treated every one of those blades, they would be better. But you'd be paying probably $800 a knife instead of $650. I appreciate it, Luke. Well, y'all did it again. Y'all got me into a damn heat treat rant.
Stevie's over there taking notes.
Yeah. Stevie's writing all this shit down. Yeah, I don't understand that, Todd. Why they would do the crow after the temper. Yeah, somebody apparently tried it and got a good result. Thought it was a better way, but if you look at the physics and everything of heat treat and how it works, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But here's the thing: why change something? Because that's all Alex Steingraber kept telling me. He's like, Shane, you can heat treat just as good as I can. I was like, Alex, there's no way. This was literally my very first heat treat. Before I turned the camera on, you guys watched. I was on the phone with Alex Steingraber. He's like, yes, you can. So all you have to do is don't fucking change anything. Don't change anything I'm telling you. Do it exactly the way I'm telling you. And not only you, but a child could do just as good a heat treat as I do, as long as you don't change anything. Because somewhere down the line, people like Big Brown Bear did change things just to see what happens. Some of the changes he found may have made things better, but I'm sure he'll tell you the majority of what he changed fucking ruined it. But we're at a point now where there's no more research to be done until some new technology comes up. If you follow the rules, you're going to do as good a heat treat as money can buy. So anyway, but congratulations to Bugsy. Again, I have this very, very well heat treated 63 HRC 14C large K-tip chef's knife
in nice fast colors
that I really need to sell to order some belts to make some more knives. So if you're interested, hit me up. And that's it. That's all I got. You got anything, John?
No, man, I love all y'all. I'm going to have to bounce because I'm about to wet myself. I didn't put on my adult diaper tonight.
All right. I love you guys. I'll see y'all.
Peace, guys. Later. Peace.